Hey, Joshua. What were you doing in the road? You never run into a road.
It was my fault. I loosened my grip and he was away in a second.
Yeah, and you were at Tufty Club.
I keep going over and over it in my mind. I didn't sleep a wink last night.
Claire, it's not your fault.
You can say that as many times as you like, but I'll still...
Now, see, let's not beat each other up. You've had a very nasty experience. Yes, but thank God no harm's been done.
Do you fancy doing something after school?
Yeah, OK. Oh, no, we've got debating club.
What's debating club?
We debate stuff. Oh, no, your granddad's coming.
Hey, Grandad.
Ah, no need to look embarrassed.
I'm not embarrassed.
Well, he looks embarrassed, don't he? I remember courting. It weren't that long ago.
It was?
Well, I've got a long memory, haven't I? Eh?
Yes you do, Grandad. Right, well, the bus is here. See you later.
Yeah, I'd messed me up and all. See ya.
Chicken pox?
Spots all over. Trust me, she does not want to be seen in public right now. But I bet you're a whiz with the old calamine lotion.
Yeah, my mum used to dab my spots with a paintbrush before bedtime.
Who's in charge?
We're all mucking together, aren't we, team?
Yes, sir.
I see. And how long do you think she'll be out of action? Shall I get a relief manager in?
No need, we're coping. And Shell's still got her own things.
I think I'll have a word.
She'll chuck you out. Trust me. She won't see anyone till the spots are gone. Come on, Fred, give her a break.
He's your son.
I know that.
I'm really worried about him. He's opened up a can of worms and it's doing his head in. I hate to see him like this.
I'll have a word.
You can't stop him from seeing his mum.
No, I know that.
You tell him that he can't see Carolyn and go running straight to her, and that's going to get him even more mixed up.
I'll be subtle.
You be careful.
I will. I like this.
Like what?
You being worried about Jamie.
Of course I'm worried about him. What sort of a woman do you think I am?
I know. Come here. I'll have a word.
That's what I like to hear.
Is this Shelley's handwriting?
Yep, looks like it.
Can't make head and tail of it, me. I say not head and tail of it. I'll just go upstairs.
No need. I'll sort it out.
Hey! I'm the owner. It's my business.
We shouldn't be disturbing Shelley, not when she's ill.
Exactly. I'll sort it out. Besides, you'd only catch that bug, you'd look a right side covered in chicken pox. Adam said you wanted to see me.
Yeah, that's right. Take a seat.
What have I done now?
Nothing. I've just been thinking, and I've decided to write off your debt over the Vinny business. Call it quits, clean slate. Well, say something.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah. You deserve a break. I know you work hard. I know how badly you want to make things happen for yourself, and I don't want to be the one who's holding you back.
That's amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome. There is one other thing, though.
Oh, yeah?
Carol. Don't look like that, son. I understand why you wanted to see her. It's only natural, innit? She is your mum. I married her, didn't I? But you got to realise, boy, things change. People change. I treated her badly, I do admit it, and maybe it is my fault for starting this whole thing off. But just because she's your natural mum does not mean to say it's going to be good for you. You know what I mean?
So what are you saying?
All I'm saying is the choice is yours. Just be careful, that's all.
Well, I reckon that it's okay.
You don't have to forget she's your mum, though, do you? You know what I mean? I just think maybe it'd be a good idea to leave it alone for the time being.
You all right?
Good. That's it, then. You can go now. Come here. Good lad. We cool?
Yeah, we're cool.
What would I do without you, Ray?
Hello. Catch hypothermia from an open window.
I know. Being silly. I
I think I'm going a bit mad cooped up in here.
Won't be for much longer, sweetheart.
What are you doing here?
I've sorted things out with Jamie.
What?
Yeah, I've written off his debt and we've discussed the Carol situation.
All right. And you've come here to tell me that, have you?
Yeah, it's sorted.
Right, well, I'm just on my way to see him now.
Okay. Just thought you should know, that's all.
Okay.
Which just leaves you and me.
I thought we'd sorted that and all. I thought we'd agreed not to go there again.
I thought so too.
So what you saying?
Well, what I'm saying is I know what we did was wrong. Thing is, I really should be having this conversation with my wife. But I find myself on your doorstep, looking into your eyes, thinking of the empty flat upstairs, and all of a sudden it ain't so easy to do the right thing. So? I want you. Now. Jamie, no deliveries today, right?
No, there's not.
Good. Well, I don't want you out in the van because I've got something else for you to do.
Oh, okay.
Good. Well, I ain't going to be around, see? And I've got people to see, calls to make, buyers to chat up, and I'm going to need you on the ball at the factory, keeping the girls at it.
Oh.
Right. And make sure Adam doesn't stick his fingers or anything else for that matter into the machinery, OK? Can you handle that?
Yeah, no problem. Cheers,
Good.
Dad.
Yeah. All right, well done, mate. Hi, babe. Got to love you and leave you.
You around this dinner?
I've got a million one things to do today, Frank. I'll see you tonight, eh?
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Lots of love.
You are not going to believe this.
What?
He's only put me in charge of the works today.
Oh, that's brilliant. I keep telling him he ought to give you more responsibility.
And that, on top of writing off my debt for giving Vinny a smacking.
Yeah, well, that's best forgotten by everybody, right? I keep telling him that and all.
Well, he's obviously started taking notice of you then.
I'd like to think so, Jamie, but I doubt it. It's more that he doesn't like to see you worrying about Carol.
All right, I'm coming. Haven't I seen you somewhere before? Did you used to be my husband?
You look a right mess, Carol.
Thank you very much. What do you want, Danny?
I want you to lay off Jamie, that's what I want. You're messing his life up all over again.
She's a good woman, is Mrs. Bishop. But her stews can do with something to cheer 'em up. And why she calls them casseroles, well, it beats me.
Yeah, but it's good of her to do all this for us, isn't it?
It is. I'll tell you something, Craig, lad. If I were you, I'd not mope about the house. I'd get out and about as much as I could. Take young Rosie out more. You know, you walk round the canal don't cost you out. And another thing, them has been nice to you, you'll be nice to them.
How do you mean?
Well, take Mrs. Bishop. She was telling me that her guttering needed looking at, and, well, I do it myself, but my days are swarming up letters. They're long gone, and I get a bit wobbly if I know but stand on a chair to change a light bulb, so,
I mean, I don't mind taking a look, but you'll have to tell me what I'm looking for.
Good lad.
It's just that I've had a hell of a lot of him over the last year or so. But now suddenly he's changed. He's dead supportive. He's on my side. You know what I mean? It's like he feels he has to make it up to me for something, but what? I've no idea.
I didn't go looking for Jamie, you know. He came looking for me because he wanted to. He wanted me to meet his girlfriend.
He was looking for something that doesn't exist, Carol, like a loving mother.
I always loved Jamie. Always wanted him.
What you wanted was to turn him against me. Even at his age, you made him choose between you and me. You wouldn't share him with me, would you?
No, you and that little slapper you left me for. Why should I share him with her?
Well, you've come properly unstuck here, love, ain't you, eh? You thought he'd choose you and I'd be out of his life forever. But who did he choose, Carol? Who did he choose? Yes, me. You were using him to try and hurt me. That is your fault, and he found out and he knew that you was hurting me.
What do you want, Danny? You've taken everything I've ever had. Have you just come here to rub my nose in it?
What I want you to do right now is stay out of his life. You know why? Because he thinks it's his fault you've ended up like this.
Like what? Well, just because I don't live in a posh house.
It's got nothing to do with the house! Look at you. Carol, look at you. Half cut. Smell it on your breath. You've probably been drinking since breakfast time.
I have not! And if I do have a drink now and again, is it any bloody wonder after what you did to me? She was our kid's babysitter, for God's sake. No. You did this to me, Danny. You and that little slag you shacked up with.
I'm wasting my time. I can't talk to you, Carol.
Go on then! Clear off! You never could stomach hearing the truth about yourself, could you? And you never cared who you hurt. Well, I know that little slapper wasn't the first you'd had. And she won't be the last, will she? Because you're a liar and a cheat, Danny boy, and you will never change.
Ta-ra, Carol. It's been just like old times, love, hasn't it? Looking good, babe.
I thought you'd gone away on holiday, Jack.
Yes, I went away with Alvira and I come back on my own for the holiday parlour, you know.
Right, heck, Jack, that's a bit rough, isn't it?
Well, I don't use Star. I'm getting enough stick off her.
Nothing to the stick you'll get off Vera when she catches up with you.
Look, I did exactly what she said. I made a choice. Well, I had to come home. The pigeons needed me.
Oh, I understand. Oh, well, yeah, you did right then.
The draymen have finished their signature.
Well, don't look at me. I'm not signing.
But you're senior to me.
I'm not signing.
No chance. Look, Charlie said not to bother her.
To hell to what Charlie said. We only want the woman to sign her name. Shelley, I've something here I need you to sign. Yeah, open the door for a minute.
I'm not dressed, Kieran. Go away.
Ah, come on, Shelley. It's just the brewery's delivery note. The draymen are waiting to go.
You can't come in, Kieran. Just go away.
If you just slip the door open a crack, I can slip it round. I've got a pen here.
Kieran, leave me alone, will you?
You're supposed to be running a pub. We can't be doing it without you. Get away from that door! I need Shelley's signature on this.
I told you this morning. Leave Shelley alone. Now get out of here. Hey! Hey, it's me, sweetheart. Come on. Come here. You're all right now.
So come on!
Get off, Peter, get off! This is not what you think. This is her idea of foreplay.
Foreplay, get out!
I went to see my dad.
Yesterday morning. So, how is he?
Not good.
Oh, and that's my fault. Is that what you're going to tell me?
Well, you're the one that said to his face that you didn't regard yourself as married to him anymore. That might have had something to do with it, do you think?
Yeah, but we're not blaming you. We're just telling you how Jim sees it.
I mean, why'd you tell him now, Mum? My dad's not out for another 18 months. I mean, couldn't it have waited?
So what do you think I should do? See other men behind his back?
Well, if you put it like that, it might have been better, yeah.
Hey? What do you mean other men? You haven't been seeing other men, have you, Liz?
I could just imagine what you'd call me if I did. No, I'm sorry, Steve. I'm not doing it that way.
Yeah, but there isn't any other man, is there?
Tracy, this is none of your business, all right?
Well, I think if it's upsetting Steve, it is my business, yeah?
I told him I'd talk to you.
Which you are doing.
And I told him I'd tell you that regardless of what you think of him, he still loves you and he always will.
I don't want to hurt him. But I need to be able to lead my own life. I'm sorry, Steve. What I said to him stands.
OK, fine.
Yeah, but I still think you're meeting problems before you have to, because you're talking like there's
I'm
another...
ever so sorry, Tracy, but you know I've got to go. I promised I'd see you, Mum.
You're splashing, look, it's going everywhere. It's only a few drops. Oh! No! Who's
gonna clear this up?
Well, I will if you go and get me a brush.
Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Should be sorry. Should have got somebody in the stop.
Whoa, look out! Be careful!
You all right, Craig, lad?
I just want to make sure there's no damage.
Well, there isn't. I can see.
Yes, well, I'd like to see for myself, love. Well, you know, I do own the property.
Well, this is my bedroom and I'm not very well.
Yes, well, I'll not disturb you, love. I'll be in and out like a little mouse.
Look, Fred. I said no. Now, could you just go away, please? Can't you?
No, I can't. You see, it is my right and duty as landlord.
No, it isn't. Not unless you make an appointment at a time convenient to the tenant, which this definitely isn't, because she happens to be ill.
Now, listen, young man. I don't want you and me to fall out.
Well, we're going to if you go through that door.
I will not be threatened in my own premises.
And I'm not having Shelley threatened in the state she's in.
How about threatening her?
Well, she thinks so. Shall? Do you want Fred to come in or not?
No, I don't.
What's clear enough to me is that I own a building that's falling to bits and that's full of folk who I'm paying to stop in bed all day and that nobody's paying me a blind bit of notice. You've got the European courts working their knickers off telling everybody what rights they've got and telling me I've got none.
Cheers, Betty.
OK, love.
Thought you'd have been in work by now.
I could say the same to you.
Just popped in to see how Shelley is. Flying visit.
She's getting better, thanks.
Yeah, Charlie said that she might be up and about in 2 days' time.
Will she?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll just pop up and see her then.
Fred. I'm sorry, I know you mean well.
Well, I wrote her some grapes. It's just to make up for that little misunderstanding yesterday.
She doesn't want any visitors. Leave them on the table, I'll make sure she gets them.
She must be bored out of her head up there, Charlie.
Look, I keep telling you, chickenpox is only contagious in the early stages, you know.
She's still very sensitive about the way she looks.
Yeah.
All those spots and that. She just wants a bit of peace and quiet. Is that too much to ask?
No. Right. Well, I'll leave you to it. As long as everything's running smoothly.
Like clockwork, Fred.
Yeah. All in hand.
Right. Well, give her my best, don't forget.
Is he in?
He's in the back doing the books.
Ah, yes. The smell of cooking. Don't you just love it? Hey, ask him to come out, will you? I want to make him a peace offering.
He's not to be disturbed. I couldn't, even if I wanted to.
You could.
Couldn't.
Bet I could.
Wild horses couldn't.
Here, watch this. Ah, there she is. Her face to the counter, like the sun to the horizon. And at last, I have her all to myself.
Couple of minutes, I'll not be any bother.
The door's locked.
Oh, don't log in, I've forgot my keys.
Ah!
What's up, Shelley? Shelley? Shelley!
I'm fine, Fred. Just go away.
What's wrong, Shelley? Tell us what's wrong.
Go away.
Hey! What do you think you're doing? The gutters. What's he look like? I told you to wait for me. Yeah, it's okay. Putting the ladder.
Well, it's the least I could do in the circumstances. I feel a bit responsible for it, to be honest. It was Craig I was worried about. I thought a bit of manual labour might be therapeutic, but in hindsight, better if I kept him on terra firma.
Hello.
Fred's been trying to get in. I told you, Woody's got a key. And there's somebody at the window.
It's just Jason doing the guttering. Hang on, I'll be right there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I couldn't get in. She's put someone up against door.
I told you to leave her alone. She's in tears up there now.
He
just went to see if she was okay. That's all.
I'm concerned about her. We all are.
She'd be fine if you left her alone like you've been asked to. Isn't she entitled to some privacy?
I'm a landlord. I'm an employer.
I don't care what you are.
But most of all, I'm her friend.
That doesn't give you the right to go barging into her room without her permission.
So who's the secret admirer, then?
Well, it's hardly a secret. Well, not now, it isn't.
I tell you what, you want to get these home and put them in some water before they wilt, you know.
We can't yet. We're waiting for someone. And here she is.
What have you done to my daughter?
Get out.
What have you done to her?
I said get out.
I want to see her.
You can't. She's got chicken pox.
She had chicken pox when she was 9. You liar! Liar! Liar!
Hey, Charlie!
You can't have chicken pox twice!
Since when have you been a doctor?
Charlie, where are you?
Stop right there! You go any further up those stairs and I'll throw you straight back down.
I'd like to see you try.
Just calm down, shut up and calm down!
Shelley! Shelley, what's he done to you?
She doesn't want to see you!
Well, I want to see her and no one's going to stop me. I knew it. I walked into a door. I'll not go near you again.
What's going on? Nothing. Get downstairs.
Kieran, look at her. Look what he's done to her.
Mom! You hit her? No, it's her jumping to conclusions, seeing what she wants to see.
Mum, you're not listening. I am, and what I'm hearing is lies he's put in your mouth. He doesn't deserve your protection, love.
There's no point, Shell. She won't believe
We'll
it.
go to the police. I'll come with you. He'll not be allowed near you again.
Mum, please. What he's saying is right. I walked into a door and I've been keeping myself up here, away from everybody, because I knew what people would think.
Did you tell me no one had been allowed to see you? Now I know why.
Charlie's not done anything, honest. I walked into a door.
He's been keeping her up here like a prisoner. God knows what he's been doing to her. You make me sick.
No!
You stupid old bitch!
Mum, just get out! I've stood by long enough. Not letting her see me, phone me, making her life a living hell. Well, no more. You're through.
Can you hear yourself? Is it any wonder she wants nothing to do with you? Get off it.
I'm not frightened of you.
You know you don't mean.
Kieran, let him go. I said let him go. Now listen to me, the pair of you. I walked into a door. Charlie didn't do anything. He didn't hit me. He loves me.
Like he loved you when he took me to bed.
Right! That's it! I don't want you here! Why do you never listen? Why do you always think the worst?
He's a bully, a lying bully who'd hit a woman as soon as lay a brick.
Get out!
No man wants you, Bev, unless they're drunk and desperate.
Why do you have to come back here?
Isn't that right, Kieran?
Every single time, all you ever do is cause trouble!
Oh, Shelley, what? Oh, Betty, look at her face. That's the sort of man Charlie Stubbs is.
Shut up! Just shut up! You know nothing about it! He loves me!
He uses you as a punch bag. Shelley, please. Betty's here. Kieran, you can say the truth. We'll not let him touch you again. I've had enough of this. I've had enough of you. I never want to see you again. Oh, Shelley, please.
Nasty mind and get out of my pot!
I'm not leaving you with him.
Bev! Oh, God.
What are you staring at? What are you staring at? He never touched me. Oh, Deirdre, help me. She won't listen. She's terrified of him. God alone knows what he's been doing to her up there.
All right, Bev. You've had your say.
Don't you talk to me. I'm going to the police.
You do that, you're the one who's going to look a fool like you do now. Leave her. She's not worth it.
No, I'm not leaving you with him. Get off, Mum. You're hurting me. That's what you want, isn't it? For me to walk away and let you carry on. Well, I've one daughter dead. I'm not letting you kill my Shelley.
The only one who's killing me is you! Now get out of here!
Come on, Bev. There's no more you can do here. Come on.
Come on, love.
She's my little girl.
I know, but you've said all you can. Now, come on.
He'll kill her. I know he will.
Come on, love. Come on. Proud, are you?
He never touched me.
We all know what you are, Charlie.
Ava, will you stop whining? You have known because she ain't stopped ringing you up, and now you're moaning because you ain't heard from her. You're starting to sound like an old woman.
Yeah, well, I'm worried about her. She's my mum.
Jamie, she's a lush. She's probably been on the sauce and forgotten you exist, son.
Look, I think she's getting better. Maybe I should go round there.
Jamie, mate, I know she's your mum, but you're only just getting to know her. This is what she's like. Flaky, hot and cold, all or nothing. See, I've known her a lot longer than you, son, and I know her a lot more than you, and I'm telling you, you go running after her to see if she's okay, she'll have you just where she wants you. The world always did revolve around your mum. She'll be okay, it's just mind games, that's all.
I think you're only saying this because you don't want me to have anything to do with her.
Don't talk so far back. I'm saying that because I'm your dad. I was the responsible adult for 14 years, not her, looking at the world through the bottom of a glass. Look, if there's an emergency, you'll hear from her. Don't worry about that. But right now, you ain't as important to her as the pretty little bottles on them pub shelves. You got it? Now, do us all a favour, mate. She'll be fine, I promise. Go and get that order out to Saunders's, eh?
All right.
All right, mate. Hello? Hello, mate, it's me. Your place 10 minutes? We'll go.
Sal, can I have a word?
What?
Yeah, have you found a job yet?
No, I haven't.
That's good.
Not from where I'm standing, it's not.
No. What I mean, if you still want one, there's a job here for you.
But I thought you said you didn't need anybody.
No, Sunita's going to be cutting down on her hours, and look, I'd be honoured if you'd work for me.
Oh, yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah? When?
Tomorrow? Yeah.
Fantastic. It's fantastic.
I ain't got long.
Oh, I see. You click your fingers, I skive off work and get what? 20 minutes attention.
15. I'm expecting an important phone call.
What sort of girl do you think I am?
Randy.
You know, some girls would hold out for jewellery or a flash car.
Yeah, well, I ain't interested in some girls, am I?
All right. So you are interested in me, then?
Are you kidding?
So that's why you've been hiding away?
Well, not hiding. Not really. We just thought... We thought...
What, love?
Well, we thought that you'd all think what my mum did. That Charlie had hit me. That's what women say, ain't it? I walked into a door. But it's true. I did. You do believe me, don't you, Betty?
Well, if that's what you say, love, yeah.
It's the truth.
Right. Now, where were we? Yeah, you were telling me you were pregnant.
Yeah.
I can't stop smiling.
I'm the same. Customers are going to think we're daft or something.
How long have you known? You know, why didn't you tell me?
I wanted to be sure. Last time I thought I was. It turned out to be that tumour.
All the more reason for you to tell me, babe.
I know, I'm sorry.
So you've done the test?
I did 5. I wanted to be certain. I didn't want to build your hopes up in case I wasn't sure.
But you are sure?
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it did before. I feel different. I feel pregnant.
Baby.
I know.
How's it going?
Very nicely, thank you.
Hey, you lot have just missed a right set to win the Rovers.
Why? What happened?
Oh, here we go. He'll be scribbling in that jotter for the next 10 minutes. It's supposed to be your observations, not Blanche's.
Shelley threw her mother out of the pub. Shouting and screaming they were. And that's not all. Shelley's got a shiner.
Black eye.
And no prizes for guessing who gave that to her.
Was this a left or a right eye, Blanche?
I wouldn't go home yet if I were you. Deirdre had to muscle in, didn't she? She dragged Bev into ours. She's probably picking over all the details as we speak.
He's brainwashed her into thinking she needs him. That's what he's done.
What would you do if I said that I was going to marry you, Jay?
Don't muck about, come.
What? I'm not good enough for him.
Has he proposed then?
No, but if he did and I said yeah, then what
Well,
would you
then
feel?
there's no point to this conversation.
All right. And there is a point to us, is there?
All right, if you was going to marry Jamie, I'd buy you a toaster and warn you that the ring was probably knocked off. How's that? All right.
What? You wouldn't beg me not to marry him?
Well, I ain't going to give you a counter-offer, love, am I? I am married. Leanne. Come on, babe. What do you want me to say? You knew the score when we started this.
Yeah. I know, but sometimes I just don't like looking at myself in the mirror, you know?
So now what are you saying? You want all this to stop?
No. What I'm saying is, I really like your Jay, but you just get me in a completely different way.
In a good way?
Haven't you got an important phone call coming through?
Let them call back.
Just this, love, please.
Oh, it's £2.60, please.
Just a bit of a big step back, though.
Well, if you think of it like that. But you need a job, it's local. You don't get more local than next door to your own house.
It's not going to help much, though, is it? I mean, we're used to what I was earning at Devonport's.
You just use it as a stopgap till you find something better. I mean, do you want to work in another garage?
I don't know, but what I do know is working for Ian made me realise I'm capable of a lot more than cooking and cleaning. I ran that place when you were away. I dealt with all sorts. Tilling up baked beans isn't going to be the same, but you're right. I need a job and I can't afford to be choosy.
Do you really think she walked into a door?
I don't know. Betty, what do you think?
Whatever goes on, I mean, between man and wife, and them that like to live as such, well, it's their concern, isn't it? And nothing to do with anybody else.
Yeah, but if he's hitting her...
Look, we're paid to do a job. Now, if we're doing it, that's all that should concern us.
But she's our friend.
Yes, well, I'm keeping out of it. I mean, look what happened before to Bev. She's a mother.
Hiya.
What are you doing here?
It's my afternoon off.
Oh, you're back then. About time. I've got orders piled up in the factory, you know, Lippy.
Hey, you. I've been on my holidays.
How's that, Taya?
Yeah, she's good. I hope you haven't come round here checking up on me.
No,
We were just talking about Jamie's birthday.
Yeah. So, you don't reckon on a watch, then?
Well, only if it's a really special one, because I reckon that he deserves something a bit special, don't you?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
The shop next door.
That's right.
What will people think?
Well, they'll think I've got a new job. I've worked there before.
Yeah, but that was ages ago. You had a really good job before.
Which I haven't got any more.
I think it's a all right idea. Yeah, well, you would.
It's a job and we need the money.
For you and for your education.
And for yours.
Mine? I'm not going there. I don't like Enid Blyton.
Don't be silly.
I'm not being silly. If you think you're dressing me up in a stupid bow tie and making me friends with people called Pippa and Annabella, you're wrong.
Do you see how they looked at me? I am not a wife beater.
I'm sorry, Charlie.
Yeah, well, it's too late.
Please don't leave me, Charlie. I'll do anything.
Get off me.
Please, Charlie, don't go.
Look at you. You're a mess. A pathetic mess.
Yes, can I help you?
I'd like to report a crime.
Okay.
My daughter, Shelley Unwin. Her boyfriend's been beating her up.
Yes, Les. What can I get you? Something for that nasty cough?
How the high and mighty have fallen. Could I have a look at that bottle of vino?
Yes, Les. Help yourself.
Can't reach. That one, top shelf.
My pleasure.
So, do you get many of the Oak Hill set coming in then for their pot noodles?
$8.99.
How much are your cheapest cans of ale?
67p.
Wow, you're a born shop girl.
Do you know what? You're going to have to try harder than that if you want to insult me, Les. I like shop work, I always have done.
What can I get you, Les?
20 Rossiters. How are you going to pay for that fancy school on the wages in this dump? No offence.
Do you know, you'd be surprised how far your money can go if you don't blow it all on fags and beer.
50 change, Les.
Tell Scylla if she wants to come round and gloat, I'm on my lunch break at 1 o'clock because I'd hate it to have a wasted journey.
No hurry, eh?
Well, I could send a female police officer around to have a chat with Shelley.
Oh, he'd love that.
It's an age-old problem. I mean, the best thing we could do is arrange for your daughter to come in, report the incident, and then we can talk her through her options.
Can't you just go and arrest him?
Well, if Shelley's unwilling to come forward, we would need another witness to the incident.
So that's it? You're going to leave her with that animal, leave her for her next beating?
I've logged the incident.
He's stuck to one and you've logged it.
I'm happy to send someone round to see her, but you've said yourself, could make things worse.
Come on, honey. Like Sally's just here to take the pressure off. You know, save him getting tired and bogged down with shop stuff that doesn't amount to a hill of beans.
Do you know, I was only going to be half an hour, but honestly, the queue in that flipping post office.
Listen, you're entitled to an hour. Don't worry about it.
Actually, Sally,
Is everything all right?
to be honest, no.
Do you know, normally a queue like that, I'd walk right out again, but I had to do a recorded delivery.
That's not it. It's no reflection on you.
What's going on?
We're going to have to let you go, I'm afraid.
But I've only just started, and you said you needed somebody.
He thought we did.
Turns out I was horribly wrong. Sorry.
Text Big H. Tell him we'll meet him in Clark.
Way too pricey for my budget, kid.
Stop making out you're Mrs. Organised with your budget. Me and Les are paying.
Hey?
We can make it a foursome, be a right laugh.
For real?
Our treat. Bloke cobwebs off your wallet, Les. It's my maid of honour we're talking about.
Oh, yeah?
Hang on. This Big H might not like having his meals bought and paid for.
Oh, Big H will be chuffed to bits. I mean, he don't get his gyro till Monday, and he's getting a load of grief off at CSA.
What are we waiting for? We'll fill his faces, then bop till we drop.
Fan-flaming-tastic.
Could eat scabby horse, me.
What I wouldn't give to be a fly in that scabby horse.
Well, hey, it's shop girl Sally.
Hiya, shop girl. Can't stop. We're off to Clark.
Turn the notice.
I'm not.
I thought all your pennies went on hockey sticks for more tissue.
Enough. Come on.
Still, if you're really feeling pinch, Rosie could always slum it at local comp with our chairs. Or at local zoo, as you called it. Funny old world, innit? Ciao for now.
Wait till they find out that the local shop girl has been sacked.
You just got caught up in the crossfire.
Yeah, we'll try telling that to the bank manager.
You'll be all right.
We will be. But the way my career's going, Sophie could well end up going to the local zoo.
No, we treat both our girls exactly the same.
Oh, come on, Kevin. How are we going to scrape together 2 lots of school fees? Be realistic.
I am being Sal. Either they both go to Oak Hill or neither of them do simple.
Don't talk daft.
I'm not being... Hiya, pints of lager, dry white wine, please.
Yep, coming up.
We can't drag Rosie out there now. It'd be cruel.
Oh, and what about Sophie?
Well, she wouldn't know what she's missing, would she?
Joking, aren't you?
Look, Rosie's got a taste of it now. I mean, she's made some good friends at Oak Hill.
Well, she'll make some new ones up the road. Cheaper ones.
Kevin.
I mean it. Oh, cheers.
Do you know, I am going to the job centre first thing in the morning. I am not letting my girls go backwards in life.
Running out of ideas here.
Why can't they just leave us alone? Why do they always have to think the worst?
Well, that's a real brain teaser, that one, isn't it? Maybe it's because 1 minute you're doing what we arranged, laying low with chicken pox, then the next you're frog marching your mother down the stairs, showing everyone your black eye, no chicken pox inside, and making me look like a total liar.
I didn't mean to.
You never do, Shal. But the fact is, they don't believe we love each other. They think that china is my handiwork. And they think I am the jailer of the mad woman in the attic. And there's not a single thing I can do about it. Except save myself a load of aggro and sling my hook for good.
Please don't leave me, Charlie.
Your bonkers mother's been down the cop shop telling them I beat you up.
Oh, my God.
Imagine if they start asking around. What kind of character references am I going to get from that lot? After your performance yesterday, eh?
I'm sorry.
sorry.
I'm going to give you one last chance, Shell. If you can convince the doubters, that's everyone basically, that you and me are the real deal.
I can.
Good. Because otherwise, I'm out of here.
Forget about it, Sal.
You're not the one who's been made to look like an idiot.
Yeah, why should you care? You said yourself the job was below you.
Want to join your gang?
Help yourself.
After the day I've had, I could do with a bit of intelligent conversation. Right, Sally?
Well, she's a bit narked, aren't you? How about being sacked from the corner shop?
Really? Well, old Div needs his head examining, doesn't he?
It was just poor communications.
Well, I still reckon he's a mug. Good start starting to find, Sal.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I mean, they are the bane of my life, honestly, bane of my life. So, Sally, you enjoy working, do you?
I don't want to live in a palace. I want a nice, simple home.
Is there a problem with your current accommodation?
No, but you can't raise a family in a one-bedroom flat.
I've always wondered why you never see baby sharks.
Well, that's a very good question.
You need me big time.
Look, seriously, I can take care of myself.
You don't get it, do you, Steve? You don't have to. Besides, I don't want Amy living in a pigsty. I think it's about time, don't you?
For what?
That me and Amy moved in with you. We're a proper family now, Steve. We might as well start living like one.
I thought you were looking for a machinist, though.
Ah, yeah, well, I am, but you've got to reach for the sky, Sally. That's what I always say, reach for the sky, because I want to develop the operation. I want to expand, and I need people with me, see, who can look beyond their pay packet and see my vision.
But you've got Haley and Adam.
Yes, but 3 is a charm, Sal.
I don't know, if it was in the office.
Oh, yeah, well, that goes without saying, of course. I mean, we both know that is where you truly belong, but to be fair, right now, I do need a machinist. I mean, it'd only be for a month or so, wouldn't it, hey?
Tomorrow you're going to go outside.
Charlie.
You're going to walk over to the corner shop and you're going to buy some milk.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Growing lad like me needs his calcium.
Sunita'll be there.
She's got some news you might want to hear.
What is it?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Tell me.
Ask yourself.
I'm afraid.
There's no need to be afraid. Not of me, not of anyone.
I'll try.
That's all I ask. Now eat your food.
Well, that's the ordering sorted. Might get Violet to do a stock take later on.
You're full of the joys this morning.
It's time I got back to my normal routine. Do you know how long I've been stuck up here? And Frank got out more.
What's the matter? Don't you want Mr. Seal now?
You know, Steve, she's never that sweet with me.
That's because Mummy doesn't know about the magic bus, does she?
The magic bus?
The magic bus. The magic bus goes over the hill, under the bridge and round the corner.
Oh, come on, Steve. Isn't it about time we just moved in properly? I mean, I practically live there anyway. I've got my keys, my knicker drawer, Amy's got a high chair.
Then she goes through
Steve, it can't be good for Amy living at number 1 with all those pensioners.
Mum's not a pensioner.
No, she's not far off. It's like Jurassic Park in there. Oh, come on, Steve. We'll be like a family. What's the massive deal? Come on.
I'll think about it.
See, Amy, I told you Daddy'd see sense in the end.
I think someone's been a very good girl and deserves a tickle on the tummy.
Oh, go on then.
Hey up, look out, it's Morticia and Lurch.
Oh, hiya. Mum, we're going into town. Can I have some money for a new summer jacket?
We've found this dead good shop in town. It's called Dress to Kill. She wants a leather corset.
She's not wearing a leather corset. She goes to Oak Hill.
A leather corset?
OK, not a leather corset. But something, I hate my clothes.
Yeah, well, there's no excuse to throw all your old clothes away just because they don't fit in with your new image.
Quite right, we're not made of money. You still wear your ordinary clothes sometimes, don't you, Craig?
No. Sold them on eBay.
If I find out that you've been selling your clothes over the internet, Rosie...
Oh, come on, Mum. Who'd buy you?
Hey, stop winding people up, you. Right, come on, get going if you're going.
Better not, Dad. You and Mum have got to save every single penny so I can go to Oak Hill, remember?
Oh, shut up.
Oh, it's my dream to go to Oak Hill. Please, Mama. Please, Papa. How else can I become a stuck-up goth in a straw hat?
A cheap, respectable summer jacket, right?
Right, thanks, Dad. Pathetic. 20 here, 20 there. Think I can feel my dreams of Oak Hill slipping away.
We'll be fine once I get my feet under the table over the road.
Don't get carried away, Sal. It's only a machinist job.
Give me a month, Kev, I'll be running that place.
Tracy not with you?
No, she decided the flat needed cleaning, so I thought I'd nip out for a pint and paper.
And thus the new Jack and Vera are born.
Right, unexpected event, 6 letters.
Surprise?
No, it's too many letters. Hello, stranger. What are you doing here?
I was just visiting. Thought I'd look you up. She's only up there, Liz. My own daughter. 50 yards away, she might as well be in flaming Australia.
My ears aren't half burning.
You get away from me.
So, what's this? Revenge of the Spurn Slappers?
I hear it's not just me you turned Shelley against. And how did you manage to break up her and Sunita? A few little gentle lies in bed.
I don't need to tell lies. Shelley knows who her friends are.
I don't know if you're just a nasty little bully or a full-blown psycho, but I'm watching, Charlie.
We're all watching. You'll get yours soon enough.
Oh, I've already got mine. She's sat upstairs right now in that bedroom. Now, if you'll excuse me, the stink of old ladies is starting to get right up my nose.
At least he knows you're fighting back.
Hiya. Louise, isn't it? Yeah, hi. Hi, we met briefly once before, probably seemed a bit off my head. I blame postnatal depression. I still do, my lad's 3.
Louise is over visiting family, just popped in on the off chance.
Oh, that's nice. So, gonna get me a drink, babe, or what?
Yeah. Louise?
No, I'm all right, thanks. Well, Louise, it's really nice to see you again, Begorra. But, shouldn't you be spending time with the family you're supposed to be visiting?
There's nothing going on. I was just passing, that's all. I didn't even know you and Steve were together.
Which is why your head's still attached to your shoulders, love. So get lost before I give you a permanent souvenir of your little trip to Weatherfield, eh? Have a nice trip.
Louise, you all right?
I'm fine. I have to go.
What'd you say to her?
Oh, why don't you just go after her, Steve?
I knew it'd be too good to be true.
What?
You! Being civil to people when you walked in.
Well, what am I supposed to do? When I see you sitting here having a cosy drink with your ex, sit down and chit-chat the afternoon away?
Well, it would have made a nice change, yeah?
From what?
Oh, forget it.
Well, don't you forget this, Steve. If I see you anywhere near Riverdance Girl again, I'm going to rip her face off. Did you get it?
Are you feeling better?
Yeah, much better, thank you.
Did you make that brew?
No, we've run out of milk. I'm going to pop over to the shop in a second.
Oh, no, stay and have a drink with me and Sal. It's nice to see you again.
Cheers. Yeah.
Really like us spinning top like where my thought you were. How can you do you slip or he slipped?
Sort these out, love. I'm just going to check the till.
I've made us a really special tea. Best lamb chops Fred Elliott gave to your dad for doing his car so quick.
Yeah, finest quality meat. I say finest quality meat, that are, Sophie.
Wicked. I'm not eating that. I'm a vegetarian.
Since when?
Since 11 o'clock this morning.
She actually has been thinking quite hard about this, Miss Webster. She knows it's like a serious lifestyle choice.
Right, I read on the internet that Marilyn Manson was confined to a wheelchair until he gave up hamburgers.
The rubbish you come out with.
It's not rubbish, and I'm not eating that.
Right, well, just eat your vegetables then.
I can't. There's meat juices all over them.
This is just another fad, isn't it, to annoy me?
Not everything's about you. I'm a vegetarian, right? Come on, Craig, let's go to the chippy.
Sit down. Me and your dad work our fingers to the bone for you. I'll be at that stinking factory full-time come Monday to keep you in your stupid clothes and your pantomime makeup. So whether you like the chop or not, you will sit there and you'll have the decency to wait until the rest of us are finished.
So? For God's sake.
Oh, she just winds me up. I'm sorry, Craig. I'm not usually like this. It's just I've had a bit of a rough time of things recently.
Yeah. Well, haven't we all?
I was going to bring this to you in bed.
Well, there's no need now, is there?
I've had that song going round in my head all night.
What song?
And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more. Got the words?
No, I'm sober now. That's more like no, no, never again.
Oh, I had a great night last night, Steve. First proper row. First proper making up. Feels like a milestone, doesn't it, babe?
Don't do that.
What?
Call me that.
What, babe?
Yeah.
Why?
Because, makes me sound like a pig.
Yeah, well, you were a pig last night. I don't mean the snoring.
I don't snore.
Oh, yeah, right.
Well, you didn't have to stay over.
Oh, what's the matter with you? I thought you'd forgiven me for having a go at your Irish mate.
It's just a bit early, that's all. Surprised you're up.
Yeah, well, I've got to go and rescue the fruit of your loins from my grandparents before Mum goes to work. Which is a shame, really, because there's this amazing sale on in town and I really could do without lugging her around all day.
I'll look after her if you like.
You are a star. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more. Will he sit in the Rovers with that Irish whore?
It takes 35 calories of fossil fuel to produce 1 calorie of pork. Did you know that?
No.
It's not just cruel to the pig, it's a waste of the Earth's resources. High fat, low carb and low fibre.
Nice taste.
And animal products putrefy the colon. What does that mean?
If it means what I think it means, you're wrong.
It's a scientific fact.
No. Cabbage, sprouts, broccoli, anything green, putrefy the colon. Anyone knows that.
What do you think?
Well, very smart.
What, too smart?
Mum, it's a knicker factory.
Yeah, I know, but I want to make an effort on my first day, don't I?
Yeah, but have you seen all the mingers in there? You wouldn't care less if you made an effort or not.
Yeah, well, I do, and I'm sure Mr. Baldwin will and all.
As long as you can do the job, that's all he'll care about. I'm sure you'll fit in.
Oh, not sure I want to fit in. I don't want to be on a par with the likes of Janice Battersby.
Yeah, well, you're gonna be. For a while, at least, anyway.
Yeah, but only for a while, because you know what they say, the cream always rises to the top.
Yeah, and so do bubbles in the bath when you've putrefied your colon.
Oh, do you have to talk like that at the breakfast table?
It's all her fault. If she just crawl back under the rock where she came from, then me and Shell could get back to normal.
Looks like I've got some good news for you. She's about to do just that.
Thanks for putting me up. Anytime. Have a safe journey.
Thanks. See ya.
Bye.
I tell you what, pal, if she was going to town, she wouldn't be getting waved off like that.
Well, well, well. Good riddance to bad rubbish. That'll make Shelley's day, that.
Here you go, Sally, to make up for this morning. And to prove to you that we really do want to make you feel welcome.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks a lot.
It's all right. We nipped out special at dinner time, get some of that posh stuff for you.
We didn't have to do that.
I can't stand the stuff myself. Tastes like perfume to me.
We thought it was better suited to your more refined tastes.
What is it, lapsang souchong?
Yeah, yes, something like that. It's what we're drinking, but it's topped up with this. That's awful.
It's not. It costs 40 quid a bottle.
Do you know, I normally just have ordinary tea.
You're not telling me they use bog standard tea bags when you go to all them parents' evenings at Oak Hill?
Well, I must admit, I do take a cup of this now and again. It's very nice, that. Yeah, it's lovely.
It must be an acquired taste.
Barbara says she drinks now.
Does she need another outfit?
You can't have too many nice frocks, Gran.
Well, she only wears them once, and then they just clog up the dirty linen basket. I can't remember the last time I saw the bottom of that basket.
Yeah, I know, and it's not as if the washing machine never gets used, is it? Of course, there is a solution.
2 baskets?
I was thinking more radical than that. But kind of depends on you.
Well, it's not me that fills the thing up. I often only contribute 1 pair of drawers a day.
Yeah, OK, I admit it is mostly me and Amy. But if we were to have somewhere else, our own place, say...
Well, where would you go?
When you first bought number 7, it was for me and Amy, do you remember?
But the Baldwins live there now.
So kick them out.
They pay me rent. I'm not that keen on seeing the bottom of a linen basket.
You do believe me when I say that Charlie has never hurt me, don't you?
Oh.
Hiya.
Hi, Charlie.
Betty been keeping you company, has she?
Oh, I better be going, actually. Darlo.
You had a good day at work?
Yeah. Just got better.
Why?
Your mother's gone.
Are you sure?
Saw Deirdre wave her off with my own eyes. She's given up. Packed her bags and gone home. So now you and me can get back to normal, can't we?
Had to put up with snide comments all day. And I've still got the taste of Kelly Crabtree's cheap perfume at the back of my throat.
And you drank a lot?
Which won her £5. She made a profit out of trying to poison me. Can you believe that?
What is that?
It's a pork chop.
Are you trying to make some kind of point? Mum, we had chops yesterday.
Yeah, well, this is Postlethwaite pork. It's the best money can buy.
Yeah, and yesterday I told you I was a vegetarian.
Look, I've had a bad day. I've had a lot on my mind, but it cost a lot of money. So just eat it, and you can be a vegetarian again tomorrow.
I'm a vegetarian for life. If we were meant to eat meat, we wouldn't have the hands, teeth and intestines of a herbivore.
Rosie, you are not leaving this table tonight until you have eaten that chop.
Look, I've been thinking about it all day. Getting involved with her again was a mistake. A big, big mistake.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I'm stuck now, aren't I?
Why?
Have you ever known a woman more volatile than Tracy? Have you ever known anybody more likely to fight dirty if she holds a grudge?
Yeah.
Apart from Karen.
Well, if you're sure you can't make it work, you're better finishing it sooner rather than later, because the longer it goes on, the more she's going to think you've got a future together.
Yeah, but I've got to do it without making an enemy of her. Or I can kiss goodbye to ever seeing Amy ever again. I've got to be a little bit crafty.
Is Steve actually ready to move in with you?
Well, you saw how he was this morning. He can't get enough of me and Amy. It's just that his flat is too small for the 3 of us.
Well, why can't you get somewhere else?
That's what I said.
Well, because I want to be close to my family.
Your babysitter's more like.
Oh, come on, it's ideal. Me, Steve and Amy, 2 doors down. The 3 of you will have this place to yourself. Liz is across the road. It's perfect.
And are you expecting all this for free?
No, we'd pay rent.
She's expecting a family discount, though.
Oh, is that all you care about?
I depend on that money.
Well, OK, if we were to pay the same amount as the Baldwins, would you kick them out then?
Hang on a minute, Mother. If she's serious, it might be worth thinking about. If family first and all that.
OK, you win.
What? You're going to bin bag the Baldwins?
But I'm not cutting the rent.
Oh, grand, thank you. Oh, I can't wait to tell Steve. In fact, that's what I'm going to do now.
What? They put perfume in her tea and told her it was Latin Souchon.
And she drank it?
Well, of course she drank it. She couldn't back out, could she?
You should have a word. That's dangerous. I mean, she could have been poisoned.
Frank, it's dog-eat-dog on that factory floor, love. I daren't interfere. I mean, if they're tough enough, they'll survive. If not, they just get ripped apart by the pack and then get eaten by Janice Battersby.
Hiya, what can I get you? Have you seen Steve? No. Is Steve in the gents?
No.
Right, I'll try the cab office then.
OK.
You know, this is great news for you and all.
What is it?
Well, you never liked that house, did you? And this is the perfect opportunity for you to find somewhere else.
What are you talking about?
My gran wants you out at number 7, so me and Steve can move in.
Oh, she's kicking us out?
She can't do that.
It's her house.
Well, we've got a lease.
It's still her house, or rather, it's my house now, so if I were you, I'd look for something sharpish, because me and Steve, we want to move in. ASAP.
There's only one way out of this, Steve, and that's to be honest. No tricks, no games. You just tell her what you told me. Tell her how you feel.
I'm going to tell her. Definitely going to tell her.
Evening!
Got some more custard?
Yes, please.
This is delicious.
Don't worry, I'll save you some. I'm not eating it.
Well, you know the rules. If you don't eat your main course, you don't get a pudding, even when it is your favourite.
Well, just eat the chop, Rosie. It's only a small one. You can be a vegetarian again tomorrow.
I'm not playing at this, you know. I've made a life decision.
Yeah, I'll make another one and eat your tea.
You know what? I thought you'd respect me for standing up for a principle.
Not a daft one.
I'm not eating it.
Yes, you are. You are going to sit there until you do.
Well, how big is the crack?
Can you not put the prop back at the
Sorry, we had a meeting.
Got you a pine?
Ooh, cheers.
I have got the most fantastic news.
Really?
Gran is going to kick the Baldwins out at number 7 so we can have it.
What?
Me, you and Amy all living together in our own home with free babysitting 3 doors down. Steve?
What?
Well, aren't you happy? This is perfect.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? I had to beg and bully Gran into doing this for us, and all you can say is you don't know. Don't you want us to move in together? Steve, what's going on?
I'm sorry. Will this work? I've had dare vomication.
Yeah, well, tell him to butt out. It's your business. He's a shopkeeper. What does he know about taxis? You don't need him.
Well, no, but... Yeah.
This is about us, Steve. Don't you want us to move in together?
Yeah, of course I do.
We have a contract, you know, and you've signed it. It's a legal document.
Are you denying it's my house?
Well, no, but...
Then move out. I'm not being unreasonable. I'll give you till the end of the week.
You can't do this, you mad woman. It's against the law.
Then sue me.
We ain't going nowhere. Do you hear me, you loony? You are not kicking us out of our house.
Frankie, get up.
Love, she can't hear. She's as deaf as a post.
I heard that.
I told you to check the props before we left.
I did check them. Hey, Charlie.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, perfect timing. Big strong man to help me with my bags.
Thought you'd gone back to Bradford.
I did, loaded up all my worldlies into 2 large cases. Got the first train home to Weatherfield. Read my lips, Charlie boy. I'm back.
What, like the Terminator?
Yeah, just like him. Maybe you'd like to help me with my bags.
Don't touch him. Finish loading the van.
The look on your face right now will help me sleep tonight.
No one wants you here.
No one wants you here.
You're wasting your time, Bev.
Oh, no. You see, this is a new start for me. New flat, new job. I'm working in the Weatherfield Arms with Liz. You remember Liz? You must pop in sometime. I'm here to stay, so you better get used to it.
working, are you?
Yeah, it's in the gents, but sit down and he'll buy you a drink when he gets back.
You seem in a good mood.
Gran is letting us have number 7. Well, she's not letting us have it, not yet, but she's throwing the board rooms out so me, Steve and Amy can move in there.
When did this happen?
Today. I mean, I had to work really hard to persuade her, but the main thing is we're going to be a proper family, Liz, in our own house.
She ain't getting away with this, you know.
Well, she can't kick us out, love, because it's here in black and white.
Let her take us to court if she wants. See how much that costs her.
That's it, babe. Quite right. I love it when you're feisty.
Of course I'm feisty. She's trying to kick us out of our own home.
Who'd have thought you'd get attached to this little house? You hated it when you first moved in.
I did, yeah.
What did you say it was? Pokey, cramped, dirty? I told you to ground you, didn't I?
Yeah, I suppose it did. Or maybe I just got used to it.
Tell you what, we was miserable in that big house in Chinkford, didn't we? We was much happier anyway.
I think we should start looking for a new house.
Do what? 2 seconds ago we were fighting Blanche on the beaches. You can't let her bully you into leaving, you know.
I'm not. This has got nothing to do with her. You're right. This is a pokey little house.
No, I didn't say that. You did.
Yeah, well, I was right.
Yeah, but we're happy here.
Yeah, but think how much happier we'd be if we had a conservatory and another bedroom and an ensuite. An ensuite bathroom in Italian marble with 2 sinks and a bidet. Now, that is the definition of happiness.
You don't need a bidet.
No, you're right. I can see it now.
But Frank, love...
We're in a really good position to buy as well. We're cash buyers. We can drive a really hard bargain. You love negotiating a deal, squeezing some fella till his pip squeak.
It's got nothing to do with the money, Frank. It's the hassle, babe. That's what it is. A proven fact, mate. Moving house is more stressful than a divorce.
So what you're saying, you prefer a divorce? Because I'll tell you what, Danny boy, divorcing me will cost you a lot more than a new house, and that is a fact and all.
No, I didn't mean anything by that. What I was trying
I'll make a list of estate agents first thing in the morning.
No, you can't read. It's after 10 o'clock.
Right then, I best be off. I don't want the babysitters thinking I'm taking advantage. I'll see you tomorrow. Get some sleep.
I will.
See ya.
Bye, darling.
Bye. Go on, then.
What do you think you're playing at? You said you were going to dump her. You said you were going to tell her the truth.
I can't do it.
Well, you didn't have to agree to move in with her.
Well, you don't know what she's like. I didn't have a choice. Every time I look into her eyes, I can see this monster lurking, waiting to pounce.
Steve, she's in love with you.
Mum, I can't dump her. If I do, I'll never see Amy ever again.
Oh, so what? You're just going to lie to her? Gonna move in with her and play happy families till she clocks what you're doing? And I don't care what you think about Tracy. She doesn't deserve this.
Oh, Tracy? I thought you were on my side.
Of course I'm on your side.
So why are you so worried about what she deserves? What about me? What do I deserve, eh? To lose Amy because I made a mistake of trying to make something work? And don't look at me like that. This isn't about Tracy. This is about me and Amy. I'm not going to do anything to put that at risk. And if you tell Tracy anything, then you are going to lose a son. I mean it. If you do anything to make me lose my daughter, then you are out of my life.
OK, troops, listen up. Unfortunately, I've got to deprive you of my company this morning.
Oh, Mr. Baldwin, I'll be pining, I shan't.
Well, that's very kind of you, mincemeat, but a bit of honest graft will take your mind off things. Trust me, you will enjoy the novelty.
So hang on, who's going to be in charge then?
Oh, yeah? Organ grinders in Spain, you're off out. No sign of Junior Monkey.
Yes, well, I was just coming to that. When he finally decides to show his face, can you tell Adam he's managing here today? That's, of course, if there's anything left to manage by then.
Missing you already, Mr. B.
Yes. I don't want to hear. Just join the rest of the lunatics running the asylum and let the affiliate in, all right?
So, what's going on? Well, what he said was that he's got to go out, so you're running the place.
I don't understand.
Well, Ailey's not in here this morning, so Baldwin wants you to take over, because you've had experience, like. Look, Sally, I know that we have had our difficulties in the past, but please, can we just...
Don't soft-soap me, Janice, just because I'm an authority.
Authority? Only you know.
I only know that Mr. Baldwin has placed his trust in me and I won't let him down. So keep that buttoned and get to work on it.
I can go out this afternoon knowing that my mum's not going to pop up spitting poison. And I won't have to justify myself to her or anyone else.
I think water bottles should be banned.
No.
Here we go. Firework night. All over again.
Yeah, and we all know who the guy is.
Well, we should be clear by the 25th, if that's any good.
What's going on?
All right, Mr. Malpass. All right. Yeah, we'll wait for your confirmation. OK, bye.
What are you doing?
Trying to work out this computer system for a start. In my day, you could fetch up the work rota at a touch of a button. I had to stall that client while I found it.
Why are you here?
Because Mr. Baldwin's gone out and he's left me in charge.
Oh, he has? But nobody's... Danny is going to go ballistic, do you know that?
Look, I'm sorry, but this really needs sorting, so if there isn't anything else, I'd better crack on, all right? Let me by.
Only if you're going to the bus stop. Goes past the train station and the coach depot. Or I can drive you there myself.
Don't you dare lay a hand on me. I'm staying here. You don't control my life.
I don't need to. Because it doesn't matter how long you hang around here, Bev. You're worse than dead in Shelley's eyes, and made sure of that. The very thought of you makes her want to heave.
I don't believe you.
It's true. You make her sick. So why don't you do us all a favour and get out of here?
Never. She's going to need someone to help pick up the pieces when she sees you for what you are, and I'm going to be here. I'm going to hold her in my arms again because I love her more than you could ever dream of.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, sweetheart. But you've got more chance of hugging your other daughter. Not today, thank you. What's wrong?
It's Mum. She's been rushed into hospital.
It's Frankie. She's driving me bonkers. Dragging me around houses I can't afford. I'll tell you something, Leanne. My heart was in my mouth when we drove past Tatton Park.
Yeah, well, you should have put your foot down.
I did. I was doing 80 down some of them posh roads. Houses were a blur. Tell you what I need. A bit of R&R to restore my sanity. Any suggestions?
No, but I'm sure you've got enough for the pair of us.
I have. Don't worry about that. So why don't we try and work through them on Friday nights, eh?
No. Even if I wanted to, I'm going out with Jay Friday night, and I can't just drop everything at your say-so.
Oh, that's a shame. Because that was suggestion number 2.
Right in the middle of the Wichita line, man, it was. I mean, 1 minute she's dancing next to me, and the next, gone.
All right, darling?
Mr. Baldwin.
Ah, she remembers. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, but I think I can help you.
Get away.
Yeah, give me an hour and all the work rosters and the stock control systems will all
No. I mean, get away from my computer and my desk. Now.
But I thought...
Now! Lippy, get in here.
Yeah?
Right, I'll keep this simple. 6-foot Scottish lad, 5-foot blonde. Now, terrible time keeping aside, how have you managed to confuse one with the other?
Yeah, but he wasn't here, Mr. B. And them telephones were going 100 to the dozen. I thought, well, somebody's got to take charge. And I thought that Sally was the best equipped.
And what about when Jock Van Winkle turned up?
Yeah, well, I didn't see him, did I? Because I was, you know, otherwise engaged.
Yes, all right, spare me the gory details. Right, up it.
Now, look, Janice said that...
Never mind what Janice said. Since when has Janice been paying your wages? I told you your duties when I hired you, Sally. We need a machinist, love. All right? We've got too many chiefs here as it is.
Yeah, hold on.
Listen to me, sunshine. If you'd have got out of your pit on time, none of this would have happened. All right? And as for you, missus, next time you set a foot in my office, make sure you've got a cup of tea in one hand and a plate of custard creams in the other. Have you got it? Because if you haven't, you can go home now, sweetheart. All right, everyone? Chop, chop, show's over. Get on with it. Come on, Lippy, off you go. Come on, get back to work.
I'm just going late.
Right, boy, can I get you one in?
I'm all right, thanks. Why don't you sit down?
Oh, yeah. I ain't going to stop long, don't worry. I've a terrible day I've had, mate, I tell you. That Adam is doing my brain in. No wonder they call the Scottish Dower, you know what I mean? He's 18 going on 80. Just grateful I didn't have to take him to the bog, you know. Can't be good for him, though, can it? I mean, living in Mike's place on his own, that'd depress anyone.
Oh, yeah. Having a place to himself at 18, my heart bleeds for him.
Yeah, but it's no good, Jay, if you're lonely, is it? He needs to get out a bit, the lad, you know, let his barnet down. That's what he needs to do. Someone show him around the town. In fact, you should take him out on the lash on a Friday night or something.
Are you having a laugh? You just told me he ruined your day. You ain't going to do that to my Friday night as well.
Yeah, but you'll liven up after a couple of bevies, won't he? Hey? I mean, just take him out, have a proper boys' booze up on a Friday. That's what you want, mate. In fact, I'll tell you what. Here's a bit of bunts for the kitty as well. I mean, that 50 notes has got to be worth my sanity, innit, please?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's it. Bang on, son. You know it makes sense. I'll leave you to it. Cheers, Jay. Oh. All right, Lee?
Yeah?
Shelley!
Oh, Mother. I've told you before for the last time. I can manage. This is ridiculous. You've got to let me start looking after you. Are you a doctor? No. Then a fat lot of good you'd be. Well, at least start using the walking stick. I said no, and I mean no. First it's a stick, then it's a box. Oh, don't be so melodramatic. When I go into that hospital, it'll be under my own steam.
That's the spirit.
Oh, Ken, don't encourage her.
No, it's very laudable the way that Blanche is taking such a proactive attitude to her debility.
And it could be a year before she has her operation. Not if I have anything to say about it. I'm not going to be left to rot on some waiting list. What, go private, you mean?
Look, you've been paying for it all your life through taxation and national insurance.
Are you running for Parliament or something? Ken's right. You're just going to have to be patient. Suffer in silence, more's the like. Oh, aye. That's the socialist way.
Oh, you couldn't afford it anyway.
And I can't afford to spend the rest of my life in pain, neither.
Hello, missus. I've just been looking for you.
Well, now you found me.
So tonight?
I can't wait.
Good, me too.
Oh, are you coming and all? Jamie never said. I'm joking, stupid.
Very funny.
7:30, Janice is right.
Hmm.
You're easy to wind up, you.
You're a bad girl, you know that, don't you?
What can I say? When I'm good, I'm good. When I'm bad, I'm better.
What about Mike's place? 7:30, because he's away.
All right, see you there.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't go wearing yourself out today. That's my job.
What the hell do you think you're doing here?
What does it look like?
Thought you'd been sacked.
Yeah, well, it was a misunderstanding.
What treat? What have I missed?
It's her.
Who?
Sally.
What, Sal?
We didn't think she was still working here.
Chuck her out, Mr. Baldwin.
For what? She's the only one doing any work round here.
She walked out.
Well, now she's back. What are you going to do? Shall let me in. Come on, Shell, open the door. Open the door. Hey, what's going on? Nothing.
Shelley, okay?
Yeah, she's fine. None of your business, pal.
Well, I'm making it my business.
I didn't hear you. I was sleeping.
You all right?
Fine.
You sure?
Yeah, go back to work, Kieran, eh?
You heard the lady.
Kieran, please.
Yeah, but if you need anything.
All I need now is some peace and quiet. That's all. I'm sorry.
Do you know how stupid you just made me look? Do you? See if I haven't got enough to deal with without that thick pillock sticking his ear in.
I just wanted to be alone.
You want to be alone?
I didn't mean it like that.
Takes 5 minutes to pack a bag, Shell.
Don't say that, Charlie. It won't happen again, I promise. Thank you.
Danny, I went to see the house. It's beautiful. The estate agent says we can both see it tonight.
Yeah, well, look, I'm sorry, babe, I can't. I'm taking a client out. It's a done deal.
Since when?
Well, since he offered me more work not and shake a stick at, eh? I mean, you want a better life, babe, don't you? Well, it starts here and now, eh? Look, Frank, you go and find the house and let me find the mugs to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
All right, babe.
She's a bit keen, isn't she?
It's quality, not quantity that counts.
Speak for yourself, love. She's making us look bad.
Let's face it, that isn't hard.
I am here, you know.
It's why you're here. That's what I'd like to know.
Well, it's not the company, I can assure you.
Ooh, you think you're so much better than all us lot, don't you?
No, only you, Janice. Now, if you don't mind, I'm here to work.
Oh, yeah? Get a bit of pin money, then you can send your girls to some posh school. That way, when they're older, they can look down the nose at everybody round here just like the man does.
Hey, it's only you she looks down on. I'll shut up, shall I?
Well, cat got your tongue.
You don't scare me, Janice. And I am certainly not going to apologise for wanting the best for my children. Even somebody like you should understand that.
Ah, but the difference is, though, I want our Toya and Leanne to lead their own lives, not mine.
Somehow I don't think they're missing much.
Ooh, ouch! There you go. Cheers. So, what do you reckon on the place then?
Yeah, it's nice. I preferred it when it was dark blue, though.
Well, you been here before?
Yeah, lots of times. This is new and all.
Ah, don't say you and Mike.
Ah, please.
Oh.
Middle aged is bad enough, but Stone Age.
Charming.
No, I used to come here and see Mark.
All right, Mike's Mark. Right.
Yeah.
And?
And we were mates.
Well, how matey? On a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being a smile and a wink, and a 10 being the full horizontal mumbo.
Oh, Danny. Girls never kiss and tell.
Now this is getting outrageous.
Oh, I thought you cockneys liked to keep it in the family. And at least I know where the bedroom is.
No, I won't forget. I promise. Give me regards to George. Bye now. If words were water, that woman would be a fish. Well? It were a very informative conversation. Come on, Mother. How much did she have to pay? £10,000. £10,000? That's extortionate.
Well, that's exactly what private healthcare is. Extortion of the worst kind.
2 weeks instead of 2 years? Sounds a bargain, if you ask me.
Ask you what?
£10,000 for a hip replacement.
What, is it made of gold or something?
Titanium, actually.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, this magazine has given me some amazing ideas for the house.
You couldn't seriously consider spending that sort of money. It's obscene.
All the ground floor is going to be open plan. We're going to
Who
knock
says I'm
through
not
walls.
serious?
Oh, hello. I'm trying to design my new home here.
Calm down, love. You've not even moved in yet.
Yeah, but I'm excited.
I'd listen to her if I were you, young lady.
Have I missed something?
I'm selling the house.
Blanche.
What? Grant, you can't do that. You promised it to me. And Mum, tell her.
Mother? It's nothing to do with her, and it's nothing to do with any of you. It's my house, and it's my hip.
So what's this supposed to be, then?
It's called Vegetable Surprise.
It doesn't taste of anything. It's horrible.
There's the surprise.
I'll have you know I cooked this especially for you, young lady.
Look, don't encourage yourself.
I'm not encouraging her. It's just a phase she's going through, that's all.
It's not a phase, it's a life choice. Yeah, and with that, we don't have a choice.
Yeah, you tell her, Soph.
You will eat what you're given. That means you and all.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, put that back.
Ah.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, do it, Dad. Come on, Dad. Oh.
Get dressed, we're going out. Come on. Let's spend some quality time together.
You know I'm not ready.
When will you be ready, Shell? Tomorrow? Next week? Next month? Next year? When? Yeah. Go back inside your room and lock the door.
Charlie! Charlie!
Shelley.
What should we do tonight? Manchester is our oyster.
What's good for the women?
Well, that depends here. You're looking for skanky birds or quality birds?
What do you fancy?
Well, I'm already sorted out in the quality department. Tonight is eyes only.
I've only got 20 left.
Skanky it is, then. I'll just call my little lady, tell her not to wait up.
She's got you right there, mate.
What can I say? It's true love, pal.
Who's that?
Your son.
Oh, don't answer it, Liam, please.
Hi, babe. What am I doing? Not a lot, really. To be honest, I'm a little bit bored. Oh, no, it's all right. Don't worry. You have a good time. I mean, it's not like I'm on my own, is it? I've got Janice here next to me, snoring her head off. Listen. I've got to live with that, remember? Yeah. All right. Love you too. Bye.
You're brazen.
What can I say? When I'm good, I'm really good.
Go on then, prove it. It's not Shelley you've come back for at all. Maybe it's me. Didn't get enough first time around. Is that it?
You make me sick.
Funny that. That's exactly how I felt the last time I saw you undress. I hope it doesn't bruise. I've no idea how I'll explain that to Shelley.
You wouldn't dare.
According to you, Bev, I'm capable of anything.
You working late again tonight?
I shouldn't think so, babe.
That might be a nice change. Fancy a night out. Oh, I'll get that.
I'll tell you what, why don't I see you at Rovers later and we can sort something out then, eh?
Yeah. Oh, hello. Come in. It's our landlord.
Oh, just getting over a little doorstep. It creases me. I had a fall, did me hip in.
Yeah, we heard.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Blanche, I can't stop. I've got a business to run, love.
Look, hang on. It's about this house. I didn't want to have to give you notice, you know. Only our Tracy mithered me soul out. But I've changed my plans. I'm putting the house on the market.
So you're selling it?
I have to. I need the money to get me hips into.
So you're looking for a quick sale?
Well, that would suit me best. I thought I'd give you first refusal.
Thanks, Blanche, but no thanks.
Whoa, hang on a minute, love. Whoa. So we buy this place and buy it quick. Saves you all the estate agent's fees and a lot of aggravation, by the way. Blinding. So, how much are you going to knock off the price then, Blanche?
Danny, doesn't matter how much she knocks off. We are not buying this house.
Leave it, love. Don't go into one. Look, we can get a good deal out of Blanche while she's here right now.
How many more times? No!
Don't shout. You keep telling me we ought to be buying a house.
Yeah, but not this one. Something bigger and better. I'm not settling for this place, Danny, and that is final.
Sorry, Blanche. Looks like I can't do business with you.
You're up and down this street as if you were cock of the walk. Some cock. One peck sees you off.
What's it supposed to be?
It's my grandfather's invention. He left it to me in his will.
Some kind of machine?
Well, the design for a machine, yeah.
Morning.
Ah, yeah.
Right, when you cleaned up last night, I don't suppose you found an earring by any chance?
Ah, an earring. What's it look like?
Well, it looks like an earring, Roy. Oh, come on. If you found more than one, I'm sure I can pick out mine.
Well, I didn't find any. And as you know, I do a very thorough sweep and mop, so you didn't lose it here.
Oh, Jamie bought me them earrings, and if I didn't lose it here, then I must have lost them last... Right, I know I've only just got here, but would you mind if I just slipped out again?
Not at all. No.
Ta. Oh, sorry.
I don't know, Hals. You see, you get a bit of sunshine, love, and the old productivity goes right out the window. In fact, they're sitting at their machines at them girls talking about going on their holidays. Well, in fact, some of them are on their holidays now. On my time, by the way. Well, So, Hayley, please, crack the whip. Thank you.
Right, Mr. Baldwin.
Any sign of young Adam yet?
No, I've not seen him.
Well, when he shows, send him in, love.
Okay.
Thank you.
I've just brought them sandwiches you ordered, Mr. Baldwin.
What sandwiches?
I just had to find an excuse to come over and see you.
Leanne, come on, love, it's fun. We agreed
No,
that.
no,
That's
listen, we've got a problem. Last night, I lost my earring. And I think I know where. In Mike's bed. Now, if he gets back off his holidays and he finds it...
Yeah, all right, love, I'll
Jamie
get
gave
the
me them
picture.
earrings, so if you go showing it to everybody, then I...
Yeah, it's all right, calm down. I'll get the picture. Just leave it to me and I'll go round there later on and have a butcher's, all right? OK. Yeah, chocolate.
Steve, the main reason I'm here is that I've got some really bad news.
She's all right, isn't she?
Oh, yeah, she's fine.
She's more than fine. She's beautiful, aren't she? So
But
beautiful.
Steve, just stop drooling for a minute and listen, will you? Gran has decided to sell number 7. After everything she said about it coming to me, she's decided to sell it. Oh. And it would have been perfect for me, you and Amy.
Oh, no. Oh.
Just think about it, Sid. That's all I'm asking. It ain't hard, is it? Hey. Gotta go, Sid. No, leave off. I never get problems, do I? No, it's just that our employee of the month has walked in for the award ceremony. All right then, mate. Yeah, good luck. Bye-bye.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
Sorry? Where have you been? You were due in 2 hours ago. Don't tell me you've been headhunted by ICI and you've just come back from the interview.
No, I haven't, honestly.
Look at the state of you, boy. Hey? The future of industry. Why should England tremble?
You know, me and Jimmy went out in the town last night.
Oh, I know. I've seen Jamie this morning, and I thought he looked rough till I see you.
I woke up from Preston bus station. I think I must have got the wrong bus or something.
Could happen to anyone.
I feel terrible.
Good, because out of suffering comes wisdom.
It's all right if I go back to the flat, clean myself up a bit.
No, it ain't all right, because I have got things to do, people to see, and phone calls to make. I'm off out, son. What you're going to do is you're going to stay here and run this business. Oh, you have had a right old night, ain't you? I can tell, because someone has written on your forehead in lipstick.
Eh? What does it say?
A very rude word.
Look, I know you think I'm interfering, but I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, so you keep saying.
Because it's true. Because I can see your schemes are not going to work. Once it dawns on Tracy that you don't want her and you only want Amy, she's going to go mad.
Hey, what are you doing here? Leave it out. I'm the one who's asking them questions. Didn't I leave you in charge of the business? I told you to stay with it, didn't I? As soon as I turned my back, you're away.
I've only just...
I thought I could rely on you, Adam. I thought I could trust you, son, to follow the instructions you were given. Obviously, I was wrong.
I've got a splitting headache, OK? I only came back to get some paracetamol.
Every woman on that sewing line has got a handbag full of pills and potions to cure everything from arthritis to zither plucker's thumb, son. All you had to do was ask one of them.
I know that. But if I had, they'd be taking the mixer clock and off time.
Ah, so, right. So you're more scared of them, of the workforce, than you are of me? Well, that's nice, isn't it, eh? I must have done something really bad in a past life to deserve all this. Well, I'll tell you what, you look a right state. Go and get your pills and let's get back to the factory. Come on, hurry up.
Right.
Come on.
Danny, you looking for something?
As a matter of fact, yeah, I was. I was looking for one of the customer files. Got lost in the office. And I found your old man in Spain, see if he knew where it was. And Michael said that he thought he might have brought it back here one night. So, that's it. OK, happy now?
Just wondered how so.
Good.
Did you find it?
No, I didn't, and I've wasted enough time. And so have you. Get your pills and let's get back to the factory. Come on. Hurry up.
Well, between you and me, I think Steve will get Tracy and Amy to move in with him in his flat while they're house hunting. I mean, she'll be there like a shot.
Do you think so?
Oh, I'm sure of it. Do you know, I haven't seen Tracy this happy in years. And it's all down to Steve. I mean, that's what you want, isn't it? To see your kids happy.
Here we go. Cheers, mate. Oh, hang on. I'll have one for the old man as well. What you having?
I don't know. Same as him.
Come on up.
All right, Leanne?
Yeah, thanks, you.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad, yeah. What about this dirty stuff out there, eh? Rolled in with the milkman this morning. Dead eat on the doorstep.
Jamie, you didn't.
Ain't he told you yet?
I haven't had a chance to. It was Adam's fault. He wouldn't call it a night, and I was under orders to look after him. Did he make it into work, by the way?
Yeah, couple of hours late. Looked like an Undertaker's free sample.
I hope you behaved yourself on this rave up.
Of course I did. You know I did. So what did you do? Have a quiet night in?
Yeah, I was in bed by about 10:30.
See, clean living, sunshine. That's what it's all about. That's why your girlfriend's so beautiful.
Yeah, she is, isn't she? Have you gone off those earrings I got you?
No, I don't wear them every day, do I?
You still like them, don't you?
Jamie, got change?
Cheers, mate.
Jay, I love them earrings. Look, I even carry one around with me, look.
Oh. It's all right.
Yeah, I think she'll sleep. Steve, I've been thinking about ways to get us a house, right? And OK, Gran wants to sell number 7 to get money for an operation, but why don't we buy it off her? I mean, I'm sure she'll let us have it cheap. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Oh, I knew you'd like it.
Well, of course I like it. That's what I want. Me, you and Amy all together. To us?
To us.
Of course, you know what else I want?
Yeah, but I think we could probably wait till Amy's asleep first.
No, as well as that, I want more than anything to be Amy's dad.
You are Amy's dad, Steve. You always will be.
No, look, I mean legally. You know, I mean, we're planning a future together here, so I want to make it official. My name on a birth certificate, father, Steve MacDonald, and one of those parental responsibility thingies.
Steve, does it really mean that much to you?
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to show you, I'm trying to make a commitment here.
Well, I think that is really great. But there is a dead easy way we could achieve that.
Yeah?
Well, you're going to be divorced soon. So there's nothing to stop us getting married. Oh, come on, Steve, let's do it. I mean, that way you're going to get everything you want. And so am I.
Mind if I sit here? Feel free. And yeah, I did ask Shell if she wanted to come. I even offered to take her handcuffs off for an hour.
Hey, man, I'm just a hungry guy looking for a fry-up and a quiet life.
You and me both, mate. I used to love having brekkie with Shell. I'd be trying to read the paper. She'd be chuntering on about all sorts. Had everybody's card marked, knew everybody's business.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Don't know where that person's gone. All she talks about now is stuff she's seen on the telly. She lives in this weird bubble. I never saw it coming.
9:30, you certainly know how to keep a girl dangling.
Yeah, well, I've had a lot to think about, you know.
And?
The thing is...
I'm such an idiot.
No, I mean, I defo want us to tie the knot.
Yeah, right.
Just not yet.
Spare me the pat on the head, Steve.
Oh, no, look. Look, of course I want us to get married. I just need a year or 18 months to sort myself out financially, that's all. And, look, sort out Amy's documentation, you know, I mean, I don't want to get run over by a bus or something. I need somebody to leave me overdraft to.
Steve, I don't want a big wedding. We've both been there before, haven't we?
Yeah, I know, but, you know, this time it's different. This time it's for keeps, yeah?
So when are you planning on pulling your next pint, exactly?
I don't know. I've got my mother freaking me out at the moment, thank you.
She hasn't been around for ages. She knows better.
Yeah, but she's ready to pounce. Ready to pour the poisoning about you, and I'm not having it.
Nora, I'm not bothered. And I'm the one who's copping the character assassination.
When I'm back to normal, she won't know what's hit her.
Look into my eyes, not around the eyes, the eyes. You're under.
Lou.
The factory coven
Pile in at 12:30 on the dot. You, in full war paint, with that gorgeous smile of yours, are going to be behind the bar to greet them. Yeah?
Oh, here's love's young dream. How did it go on?
OK, we've got to go back on Friday for the parental responsibility thing.
That quick?
Yep.
I could have swung for that mortgage guy, though.
Well, 18 and in a suit's never a good combination, is it?
I told him I was going to be gainfully employed ASAP, and he starts going on about needing a load of wage slips.
So they turned you down?
Said we got to come back once Tracy's got some full-time work under her belt.
Oh, well, it's not the end of the world, is it?
Oh, we're in no rush.
Well, so you keep saying, but, you know, I really want us to get a place together.
Oh, I must have.
Oh, here we go.
Do you know how old I was when I first had central heating, Steve?
Oh, please.
52.
Right.
52. That's why my skin's like alabaster. He wouldn't dare.
He would, but not in company.
Good girl.
In some ways, the idea of him's worse than the reality.
But at least while he's down here, he's not up there.
When you finish those, or better still, before you finish them, I'd like you to walk out of that door and never walk back in again.
Well, Fred kept that quiet. He appoints a new landlord and doesn't tell us all, not even me, and we go way back.
That's nice. You're still barred.
Stick to being a cowboy builder, eh?
You're barred. The pair of you.
You don't have the authority, bully boy. Shall we have another, Liz?
Why not?
I think you'll find your daughter backs me up.
And if not, I suppose she'll get another shiner to match the last one.
She walked into a door, just like you are going to walk out of that one.
Come on, Bev, I think you better go.
Hear that, Granny? Even your toy boy reckons you should do one.
White wine spritzer, please. And a bag of nuts.
Out the way. There's a poppet. Eva White got 49,000 for selling Inkerman Street.
Oh, yeah?
Mind you, she's got a power shower.
49 grand, eh? For that money, your hip could be solid gold.
Oh, silver-plated if I were to sell to you and knock 9 off the asking price.
But, Gran, I thought you said...
I say a lot of things. This blooming thing makes me very tetchy.
9 is too generous, Gran.
Well, if you don't want it...
No, it's not that. It's just... Well, I don't want you to think I was being greedy before. It's just, all I want is a fresh start for me and Steve.
And for Amy to have a bedroom of her own.
Yes.
Make sure you put your name on everything, 50-50.
I trust Steve completely.
All the same, get it down in black and white, and then there's no misunderstandings.
I could ring her up.
Go down and tell her. In person.
I can't. I'm not ready yet.
The 16 steps out there. I've just counted them. You are 16 steps away from a normal life. 16 steps away from salvaging what is left of my reputation.
I know. You make it sound so easy.
16 steps for Shelley. Unwin a giant leap for mankind.
I did try.
She is laughing at me. Her and a mutton mate.
Oh, I hate her.
Prove it.
Right, I'm gonna ring her.
Are you really that doolally? The woman is downstairs in your pub, laughing at your boyfriend in your pub. Your barman served her in your pub. What are you gonna do about it?
I don't think I can face her yet.
It's make your mind up time now, love. It's not my name over the door, as your mother has just reminded me, in front of an entire pub full. I am sick of being the laughingstock. I am sick of being the local punchbag. If you love me...
I do!
Then prove it. Prove it to me. Prove it to her. Prove it to that lot. Go down there right now in 16 small steps and tell that interfering bitch of a mother that she is barred forever. Do it for me, do it for us, do it now. And if you can't do that, if you don't love me enough, then fine. I'll live. But you and me are finished. You'll have to find some other soft touch to carry you.
Plus we girls. I think that's why we're never destined to bring one up. I did have a little girl, but she died as a baby.
Oh, Liz.
I mean, I worry about the boys, don't get me wrong. But then I look at little Amy, and I look at the world, and it all feels much more dangerous and hostile than it used to.
That's how Jimmy, my husband, felt about her too. I used to laugh at him. I tell him they're made of tough stuff, our girls. Take after their mother. It's the world that wants to watch out, not our Sharon and Shelley. Oh, no, we're all right, thanks. Thank you for offering. Maybe later. We'll be here all night.
She'll be ringing a hammock next, this silly cow.
The fella here, he kicked him out for drinking so slowly.
I feel I've let him down, really, Jimmy. Dismissing his fears the way I did. Because here I am. I couldn't save Sharon. I can't keep Shelley safe. I guess you were right about the world.
Hey, it's not over yet. If your Shelley has inherited any of that toughness, it will out eventually. And until then, you just keep on tormenting him, then.
Shell?
I thought you'd still be here. I'll always be here. No, you won't. Because you're not welcome in this pub. I'm just having a drink, that's all, with Liz. Not here. Not now. This is Charlie talking, not you. No. It's me. And this is not a request. It's an order. Kieran, if she sets foot in this pub again, chuck her out.
Shelley,
Starting now. Mum, get your coat because you're barred.
I'd have thought Dev would have had you confined to an armchair with your legs up.
Oh, I won't let him.
Quite right. Well, shrinks enough when you have a baby. No point in starting the process early.
Well, I can't imagine it. I'm still trying to get my head round having one. Never mind after that.
What, you were starting to enjoy being helpless?
No.
I know. And I'm sorry. Just didn't know what to do with it. But you made me so proud in that part of me.
For two?
Please, mate,
Can I get you some drinks?
Yeah.
What do you fancy?
I don't know. I don't think I want anything.
Just, give us a minute, eh?
I'm sorry. It's just... I'm not feeling very hungry. I'll just have a water, eh? And then could we go? Just stay for one, eh?
It's a restaurant, Shell. Anyway, I'm starving.
It just... I feel like... I don't think I could eat anything.
I'll be a first.
We're closed.
You know why I'm here? Amy needs both her parents on that certificate.
Tracy and you?
Yes.
What about in a few years' time when Tracy changes her mind about who Amy's father really is?
She won't.
She might.
Well, I won't.
I assume that you've insisted on a paternity test?
I don't need one.
I would have thought that that was a far more reassuring document for Amy's security than an amended birth certificate.
Amy's my daughter.
I know. Rather than write a letter, what if I were to invest in an industrial-sized bottle of correction fluid? Then the birth certificate could be amended at will.
I'm not playing games here, Roy. I don't know what you're trying to achieve by being difficult.
Roy doesn't mean to be difficult.
Yes, he is.
Amy is my daughter, and I'm just trying to be a father to her.
Right. I don't wish to discuss this.
Start by opening up in the morning, tomorrow. First hour's always quiet, then you can see how you get on from there.
Yeah.
I thought I'd switched it off. Customer better answer it. You order. I will have the 10-ounce medium chips, not spuds, and get us a nice bottle of wine, yeah?
Charlie, can you not ring them back?
Gillian, how's things? Ready?
Yeah.
I know. Long time no see. No, not too bad. Are you all right, madam?
Yeah.
Have you seen today's specials?
We're not eating. We're going. I'm sorry. We're going.
Hang on. Shell? Shell!
Oh, sorry I took so long, love.
It's okay. I've been busy. Incubating.
Good.
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh.
Even I spotted that.
Lloyd came in. He reckoned you wanted to call our baby Devendra.
It's got a kind of a ring to it, isn't it?
Did you tell him we were wanting a boy?
No.
You told him that we'd keep trying until we had a boy.
Well, I didn't say that, exactly that, no.
Then why did he say you did?
But it was just a conversation, you know, it was nothing serious.
I won't be a baby factory until you get your son.
I wouldn't...
I will not be with a man who treats his daughters as second best.
Well, I wouldn't, of course I wouldn't. I just meant that I thought we might want a lot of the, well, like kids, you know?
I was second best, remember? I did naught worse than my brother did, ever. But I was the disappointment, always the disappointment.
I would love a daughter.
I was really looking forward to this pregnancy. But you go and spoil everything with your stupid attitudes.
If you think I'm sitting up there staring at the flaming walls all evening.
No, Charlie.
There's that pudding there, which adds the extras to the fare, and then the punter gives you a generous tip.
$6.80, please, mate.
Shell.
Shell!
Hang on a minute, mate.
Hey!
She's rushed me back before I could get to the cash point, all right?
Shell! You've got to give me some money. Are you listening to me?
I've got to go.
What are you watching?
Oh, some spy movie. It's just started.
Always is easy on the brain.
Have you had a hard day?
Oh, the usual. Cheers.
Cheers. Am I forgiven then for the other night?
I'm sorry if my tongue got the better of me. I just get so frustrated and...
I know. So do I.
How have you been today?
Pretty lousy, actually.
Sorry.
No. It's my fault. Oh, I hate it when we fall out, Charlie.
Well...
We can make up for that now, can't we?
No, not now, Charlie.
Why?
I still feel a bit drained.
You've had long enough to get over that, haven't you?
Can we not just have a cuddle? I feel so safe and secure when I'm lying in your arms.
Oh, you are here. Good job.
Where from?
I was speaking to my solicitor about the house, and he's not even heard back from your side yet.
Yeah, well, there might be a bit of a problem there.
What kind of problem?
Well, I can't really afford it right now.
Tracy's not said anything.
Well, that's half the problem. I haven't really told her yet.
How am I going to pay for my new hip now? I borrowed money for this operation next week, and I were relying on this sale to pay it back.
Well, I might be able to help you out there. You see, the guy that bought Eileen's house is looking for another property in this area, and he doesn't mind a sitting tenant. So why don't you give him a try?
And who's he when he's at home?
Well, I'll give you his number.
It's a rum do, is this?
I know, I'm sorry. I feel really bad.
It's Tracy I'm worried about as well. You're going to have to tell her soon.
Yeah, I know, and I will, but in the meantime, keep it under your hat, eh?
Oh, all right.
You all right, Blanche? What does she want?
I had to tell her I couldn't buy her house anymore.
What did she tell Tracy?
Not until I say she won't know.
You expect Blanche to keep that to herself?
That's what she said.
So what are you going to wear then?
What do you mean, what am I going to wear?
Let's go to courting. We've got to get dressed up, haven't we? Now, I thought I'd put Amy in that lovely blue satin dress, you know, Auntie May sent in.
Whoa. Look, listen, we're only going to go and sign a form.
Yeah, I know, but that's all anyone does when they get married, isn't it? But they still get dressed up.
Yeah, but that's when it is marriage. I mean, this isn't marriage. We've spoke about this.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry to keep dragging this up. It's just... Well, we can't get married, can we, Stephen? This is the next best thing.
Yeah, I suppose.
Now, what we're doing today is a celebration of us starting a family together.
Oh, the Wanderer returns. Just in time to take Beth to school. That is, unless I'm expected to do that after getting her up, dressing her and giving her a breakfast.
I set the alarm clock for 7, but we overslept. Sorry.
We? Meaning you and Scooter? Take it that's where you were last night?
Yeah. I'm just gonna get her stuff for school.
Phone call would have been nice. A text even. Anything to stop me lying awake half the night worrying.
Mum, couldn't you guess?
Well, I knew where I thought you were. Where I prayed you were. Not that I expect you to give me a moment's thought. You never do.
Mum, are we gonna go through all this again?
If it means the occasional word will get through, then yes.
Oh, don't worry, Mum. I got the message loud and clear.
But the rules of my house, are so terrible that you can't accept them and you go scurrying off into the night.
You know, I don't believe this, and there was me thinking you might actually apologise.
Me apologise?
Yeah, you were vile to Scooter last night. I wouldn't be surprised if he never steps foot in the house again.
It's not all bad then.
David.
Sorry. I'll leave you to it.
We can't go on like this. We've got to sort it out. Unless you're going to move in with Scooter permanently.
You're joking, his house is tiny.
Right. So invite him round for his tea. That's if he'll ever darken my doorstep again. And then afterwards we can have a civilised discussion about all this.
Oh, Blanche.
Wait till I sit down.
Yeah, you're right, love, you can manage, yeah.
I've got some good news and some bad news.
Oh, yeah, go on in.
The good news is you don't have to move out. You can stop where you are.
Ah, right. Our sale fallen through, is it?
You'll find out if you let me explain. The bad news is I'll no longer be your landlady.
Oh, and that's bad news.
I've sold the house to a chap who is prepared to buy with a sitting tenant.
What chap? You can't do this.
I sold it to somebody Steve McDonnell put me on to. But don't worry, he's Eileen's landlord as well, so he won't put the rent up.
Well, I'm not sure I'm happy about this, love.
Me neither. Well, carry on. Don't let me stop you. Have you gazumped your own granddaughter?
No.
That's what it sounds like to me.
You stay out of this.
Well, to be fair, we are talking about my home here, aren't we?
No. My home, mine, Steve and Amy's, or at least it was supposed to be.
I think you should have this conversation with Steve.
Why, what's he said?
Told me not to say anything. Put me in a very difficult position. I want you to live there, of course I do, but I need the money for my operation.
Steve's pulled out without telling me.
I need a quick sale. What else can I do, Tracy?
Why would he do that? What's he playing at?
You better ask him that.
So, how do I look?
Shifty.
Well, don't you like it?
Like a man who's got something to hide. I've just been speaking to Grand Steve. I know about the house. What is the point in us making this commitment to each other, pretending to be a family, if you're going to go behind my back?
I know, I'm sorry.
Steve, if you can't afford to buy the house, you speak to me, not Gran.
Well, I didn't want to let you down, you know.
I was bound to find out eventually. This way, you've just made it 10 times worse.
Well, I'm under a lot of pressure, you know, and, well, money's tight, and, well, your gran wanted a quick sale, and, well, I had to let it go because it wasn't fair on her, you know what I mean?
All right, so you go round to Gran's house, you give her the name of somebody who can afford to buy the house. Steve, why didn't you just speak to me?
I know, I should have, and I'm sorry, but I just didn't want to let you down, and I was waiting for the right time to tell you as well, and...
Steve, I would live in a shoebox if we were together.
Well, that's great, you know, no, that's brilliant, I feel the same way. But come on then, shake a leg, we've got to be there at 2.
Just, promise me something.
What?
Promise me that whatever happens from now on, you'll be honest with me.
Yeah, promise. Promise. Come on then, get ready.
Listen, Kieran, mate, you couldn't do us a favour, could you?
What's that?
I got a load of timber coming in 5 minutes. I need a hand unloading it.
Mr. MacDonald, all seems to be in order. I just need you both to sign in front of a witness. Maureen.
Thanks. Sorry. Do you want to sign as well, do you? Your turn. Come on, we've not got all day.
No. No, I'm sorry. I can't do this.
You what?
You're using me, Steve.
What do you think?
Morning, gorgeous. No, it's not my sin, I'm sorry.
You don't want to buy a house, and me, you don't want to live with me.
Of course I do. Look, we've been through all
The
this.
only thing you care about is Amy. That's why we're here. That's what all this is about.
Look, Tracy, I don't know what's going through that head of yours.
You want it in black and white that you are Amy's dad. You want it official.
Well, of course I do, but I don't see why...
Yeah, and all the time you're backing out of living with me.
I'm not backing out.
Now I know why you've been acting all nervous all the time, Steve. You're nervous because you're guilty, and you're guilty because you've got something to hide.
No. Look, like you said, this is our big day.
Because it's the day you get parental responsibility of Amy.
Look, should we go outside, if that's all right?
You see, now I know why you blew up at Roy Cropper when it looked like you weren't going to get your own way. And now I know why your mum looks at the floor every time I walk into a room. It's because she knows, Steve, she's in on it. Yeah, now I know why you are the way you are with me. The way you blow hot and cold. And the way you kiss me, like you've always done, because none of this is right.
Tracy, please.
You know, the way you looked at Amy just now. The way you always look at her. You had love in your eyes, Steve.
Well, that's because she's my daughter.
You've never looked at me like that. And you never will. Come on, Steve, just admit it.
Look, I don't think this is the best place for us to discuss our relationship.
Oh, what relationship? It's a sham. To think that I asked you. No, I begged you to be honest with me. You're incapable.
You don't want to listen to my problems. Besides, I'll be wondering where you are.
Yeah.
Tracy, what's the matter, love? Are you had a row with Steve?
Oh, what lovers tiff you mean?
Except we're not lovers. We never have been, and we never will be. He's just been using me.
Using you?
All he's interested in is Amy.
So all this talk about you and
It
him
was
moving...
lies. And if he tries to get in here, Mum, please don't let him in because I swear I won't be responsible for my actions.
Me and me big mouth is all I can say.
No, Gran, if it wasn't for you, I would have gone through with this whole charade.
I don't understand. I mean, it seems like a very odd way to go about getting... what exactly?
Parental rights, Dad. Legal rights over Amy.
Yeah, but to use such devious means...
Ken's right. I mean, what makes you think Steve could be so calculated?
Because he loves Amy, Mum. He wants Amy, not me. How did I be so gullible?
Well, he had me going.
There were so many times I threw myself at him and he wasn't interested. Then all of a sudden he is. And why? Why didn't I see through it?
Well, if there's one good thing that's come out of this, at least it's opened your eyes about Steve.
Oh, yeah. My eyes are open, all right, wide open. Steve MacDonald's going to be really sorry he ever made an enemy out of me.
Here we go.
You don't have to fuss over me, you know.
Why not? You deserve it. All things you do for us.
Not that we appreciate any of it.
We wandered into a parallel universe or something.
We've just been thinking, haven't we, Scooter?
Yeah, we have.
We're not going to take you for granted anymore, are we?
No, we're not.
Well, I'm very pleased to hear it. Don't want you to think I'm an old nag.
No way, we never think that, do we?
You're joking.
I like a full house and I like to keep busy. All I ask in return is a bit of consideration.
Chawton Street bus station. Yeah, be quick about it, thank you. Right, there's a coach in half an hour, so hopefully I should be able to make that one.
And Peter doesn't mind you just turning up like this?
Didn't give him much choice.
Don't you think you should cool down first instead of rushing off?
If I stay in the street a minute longer, I swear I will kill Steve MacDonald.
After what you told me today, I'd give you a hand.
At least you know he's a devoted father. No, I don't suppose that's much comfort now.
Tracy, you can't just run away like this. Couldn't you just at least sleep on it?
That'll be the taxi. Mum, could you please go and get Amy?
Look, lad, wouldn't it be better off staying here where we can look after you?
I just feel so humiliated. I can't stay around here.
You are coming back, though. Tracy?
I'll be in touch. Bye, Gran.
Bye, love.
Look, we need to talk. Look, I was getting a bit worried about how fast things were moving, but I still reckon we could make it work.
How could you look me in the eye and lie to me? How could you sleep with me?
Look, we need to sit down and talk.
Get out of my sight. I can't bear to look at you. Come on.
What's going on?
She's leaving.
Well, where are you going?
None of your business.
Why, are you can't just get up and leave. What about Amy?
You're never going to see her again, Steve.
No.
I don't think your presence is especially welcome right now, Steve.
No, she can't just go off with my daughter.
I can do what I like, Steve. Amy, say goodbye to your daddy.
You're not going out, are you?
Well, someone has to do the shopping. Shelves don't stop themselves, you know.
Mum, I was just wondering if you'd had time to think yet about Scooter moving in.
Oh, Sarah, love, I don't know.
Remember what we said? We'll pull our weight, honest. I'll polish your shoes for you. I'll bring you breakfast in bed and fresh flowers every morning. I'll even clean the toilet. Please, Mum, it makes me really happy.
Why is that the only argument I find convincing?
You mean...
I must be mad, but go on, we'll give it a try.
Mum, thank you so much. You're the best mum in the world ever.
I know.
Steve, I'm not here to score points.
Why not? The whole thing's been a disaster, hasn't it? Just like you predicted. I was this close to making sure she was mine.
Hey, I'm sure Tracy's probably saying exactly the same thing about you right now.
Yeah, that's right. Take her side.
Oh, I'm not taking sides. I'm just saying.
What? That I could have handled the whole thing a lot better.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you could actually, but so could I. I should never have let it get this far. I shouldn't have listened to you. I should have gone straight round there and told him the truth.
Mum, what's the point? She'd have still taken Amy away from me.
Well, no, she might not have done if I'd have made her see.
Mum, doesn't matter. I wouldn't have won either way.
Listen, she'll calm down. And when she does, they'll be back. You'll see.
And what if they're not? What am I supposed to do then? Wait for the next 20 years just in case Amy decides she wants to look me up again? I don't think so. I can't risk it, Mum. I need to find her. I need to talk to her. I need to make her see that this whole thing has just been stupid. I want you to go to Deirdre's. I want you to find out where they've gone.
How? They're not going to tell me, are they?
Well, Deirdre might. You're a mate.
Yeah, and I'm your mum. She's not going to tell me anything that you're going to get to know.
Well, then work on her a little bit. Play the old sympathy card. Whatever it takes, you know.
You realise what you're asking me?
Mum, please. Amy's all I've got left.
What on earth?
Scooter's moved in.
I can see that.
Hey, did you know he collects loads of old comics? He's got hundreds of them. Beano, Marvel, Spider-Man.
Where's he planning on putting it all?
He didn't seem to have a plan.
Sarah?
They're not in. They dumped everything and cleared off somewhere.
Sorry about the mess.
Oh, yeah. You're going to Poland today?
Yeah, which I could well do without, all things considered.
I'm sure. Look, Deirdre, I'm really, really sorry about what happened. I could murder Steve.
So could I. Oh, I'm really glad you came round, though. Ken's trying to be sympathetic, but he's not really. And my mother, well, she's just busy going on about a flaming hip all the time. I think I'm the only one who cares. I just want to be with her. And instead, I've got to go off to flaming Poland.
No, that's the last thing you need.
You should have heard her on the phone. Sobbing her heart out, she was. I know she's done her fair share of hurting in the past, but... Oh, it's killing me, seeing her like this and not being able to do anything about it.
Oh, darling.
She was so happy with him. Why did he have to cut her up like this?
I know, I could brain him. I really could. I told him it wasn't on, but would he listen?
You knew about this?
I didn't know exactly. I did my best to talk him out of it.
You knew what he was planning and you never said anything?
Oh, Deirdre, I wanted to. And I almost did. But he's my son.
And Tracy's my daughter.
Exactly. You and me are just stuck in the middle of this. Let's not us fall out about this, please.
You let my daughter be hurt like that and you ask me to forgive you? Well, if that's what you came round here for, you can forget it.
Deirdre, this isn't about us. It's about them and it's about Amy. What they need to do is to sit down together and just sort through this.
He sent you here, didn't he? To find out where she is.
So what if he did? Tracy isn't the only victim here, you know.
Meaning?
Well, meaning she was using Amy just as much as he was using her.
She loved him.
Well, then she should have realised you can't force someone to love you back. He knew damn well that if he didn't go along with it, he'd lose Amy altogether. What were he supposed to do?
Yeah, well, it's all backfired on him now, hasn't it? Because he's lost her anyway, and so have you.
You what?
You heard. Call yourself my friend. You're as bad as he is. Now get out.
Oh. Oh,
Hey, Gran.
At last.
Hey, have you heard the good news about Scooter moving in?
Yes. And have you heard the bad news? He may not be unless you get your act together.
I mean, all those years we've been friends, and what does it count for? Nothing. She comes round here pretending she's sorry. Well, she can go to hell. Oh, about time. Come on.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I can't go through with it. I don't know what I was thinking of. It's a foreign country and miles away. The whole thing's mad.
It's a reputable hospital. We've checked all this. Now, come on. Do you want a new hip or not?
Not if it means coming back in a coffin.
Oh, Mother.
Well, you'll be in good hands. And Deirdre will be there to make sure nothing goes wrong.
I suppose.
Come on, it'll take 20 years off your life. It won't just be line dancing, it'll be tap dancing.
You're right. It's just me being silly.
Into something new. If you want me, run away now. If you stop me, no, no. Round, round, baby, round, round, spinning out on me. I don't need no man.
Hey, now, come on, we've got loads to do yet. Gail, oh, you're back early. David, turn the music down, come on.
No, don't stop on my account. Hey, Mum, we were just cleaning up.
So, is he?
Yeah, it's really we're polishing the floor.
Anything I can do? No, tea's nearly ready, so you might as well just put your feet up.
Right. Didn't expect to see you here.
Oh, well, I just popped in, so I thought I'd lend a hand. Seem to have got the message though, don't they?
Wonder who the carrier pigeon was.
Well, maybe I did give him just a bit of a nudge.
See Deirdre?
Yeah, I did.
And?
She saw straight through me. I'm telling you, Steve, I felt that big. She'll probably never speak to me again. We had a massive row and she more or less chucked me out.
All right. What'd you find out where Amy went first?
Did you hear what I just said? That is over 15 years of friendship down the drain.
Right, all right, I'm sorry. I've got worries of my own right now.
No, they're my worries as well. Amy's my granddaughter.
Would you get anything out of her?
No!
Oh, well, great. I'll have to go round there myself then, won't I? Make him tell me where she is.
Don't you understand? They're not gonna tell you anything after what you've done. And I don't blame them. The only person you think about is yourself. You don't care whose feelings you trample on.
Give it a rest, will you?
Do you know what the worst thing is? You don't care. Tracy hates you. Her whole family hate you. You and me are going to be lucky if we ever see Amy ever again. You've really screwed up, Steve. And there's not a thing you can do to put this right.
Oh, morning.
Been buying meat?
Aye.
I'd have thought you being my next-door neighbour, you'd have been patronising my establishment.
I was passing. I fancied a bit of steak.
Oh, there's no problem. Oh, you'll be back to mine as soon as you've tasted his meagre offerings. Emmeline, not you and all. Deserting me for this mockery of a meat purveyor.
You know very well I get all my meat from you.
You're right. You'll be best having your shoes soled and ale with steak than eat.
Oh, dear.
Frederick Handel Elliot. Not getting prettier with age, are you?
What the hell's this?
Just trying to warn folk what they're letting themselves in for if they're daft enough to buy their meat from you, rather shop with me.
That's malicious nonsense. Ask Mrs. Bishop here.
You've just stopped her coming into my shop.
Actually, I stopped for a chat with my neighbours.
Oh, you're a neighbour of Elliot's. Says it all. I had a woman come in here, said she would become a vegetarian rather than eat out from your shop again, Elliot.
Rubbish!
That's just what she said. Rubbish.
Makes you wonder how many you've lost to the dark side that we couldn't save.
Oi, what is that fan doing outside? Jamie, you got a problem?
I thought you were out until this afternoon.
Me and all, son. Me and all. I got stuck behind miles of mothers taking their kids to school in them Chelsea tractors. And all of a sudden, a 5-mile tailback where some divers shed a lorry load of bricks on the motorway filed out. I'm listening to Stranglers on the CD, that ain't a problem, looking at the features, and the phone goes, and all of a sudden the meeting is cancelled. How is my luck? He should have been on the road an hour ago. Where is he?
Mr. Marlowe been telling stories about our little birthday party.
Oh, he's just jealous because we didn't let him blow a candle out.
Not in the mood, girls, got it? More to the point, sunshine. What are you doing here? And you? This is a factory. Last time I looked, you weren't on the payroll.
Yeah, no. Just came here to wish him a happy birthday.
Well, he's got a mobile, which in a jiffy will be in his van, on its way to Warrington and Hull. You can ring him.
Hull? That was tomorrow.
Not anymore, it ain't.
Mr. Baldwin, they weren't really doing any harm.
Keep your beak out of it, Janice, and get back to work. He'll see you tonight.
See you later, babe.
You still here?
Hull is in the opposite direction to Warrington.
If I want a geography lesson, son, I'll go back to school. All right?
Yellow one.
White wine, please, Violet, love. Hope you're going to make an effort tonight, Leanne. I like Jamie's birthday meals to be a bit special. Oh, don't worry. I'll be there. Looking forward to it. Not sure Jamie will mind. Will what? Be there. Your Danny sent him to Hull.
What? It's Jamie's birthday. You're having a do?
Having a heart attack, more like. Yeah, so when he gets back, he'll probably just want to go into town. Just the two of us. Listen, girl. If Jamie isn't at this party, I'm not going to be very happy, and I'm never unhappy alone. Get it?
Look at that, Lippy. That seems about as straight as Fuzzy's Barnet.
Sorry, Mr. Baldwin.
Oh, the duck, you've got to keep on top of them, son. Don't want a Dutch army to walk with a limp, do you? Know what I mean?
Mr. Baldwin?
What?
Will Janice become a manager and all when she's sort of family?
Now what you on about?
Well, the way your Jamie and Leanne were acting this morning, there's bound to be a wedding by the end of the year.
Oh, just think, Mr. Baldwin, Les Battersby as an in-law.
Hey, just think, Mr. B. If I, Lee, weds your Jer, you get to walk down the aisle with me, cocker.
But if I ain't got enough to put me off the wedding already.
Here comes the bride.
You management, Lee's enemy. You don't join them with their rubbish. Got it? Hello?
What's all this about you sending Jamie to, where was it? Hull.
By way of Warrington.
It's his birthday!
Yes, love. Well, he'll be back. Don't worry. No problem.
If you've messed things up.
Look, I'm sorry. I've had a bad morning and, you know, I thought he was taking a what's it.
Oh, and he were on every 5 minutes with his girlfriend.
Frankie, we can hear wedding bells. Aren't we right, Leanne?
Dad, that's not Eddie Maddox's head.
It weren't his head, I would picture it.
You'd not be careful, you have your hand off.
Yeah, well, it tastes better than the muck in his shop. I said it tastes better than his muck. You want to see what he puts in his sausages. There's more saline in them than in a box of cornflakes.
We should put that on posters.
Oh, no. I shall not sink to his level. I shall occupy the immoral ground. I shall let him try and goad me into a response which shall not be forthcoming.
You're not going to let him get away with it.
Now, my heck. When he thinks he's got me beat, I shall unleash my solicitor and sue the pathetic toe-rag for every penny he's got!
Where's Candice?
Please used all the hot water.
Happy birthday!
Oh, thanks, babe. Hey, I've been saying I wanted a watch.
Do you like it?
I do, yeah.
Where's our present, babe?
Here, Dad, what'd you get him?
Oh, I ain't got a clue. I left it to your mum.
There you go.
Oh, thanks, Frank.
Happy birthday.
Oh, that's great. That is great.
There you go. Come on, have this champagne before it gets warm, eh? Leanne, Frank. I was telling Jamie, you know, how I got legless on champagne the day he was born.
Haven't given you many champagne moments since, though, have I?
Oh, I've made a mess of a lot of things in my life, son, but there's two things I'm very proud of. One is Warren, the other one's you. Happy birthday, son.
You know, if you kept the receipt, you can always change it. No, I didn't. Did you keep yours?
Hey, look, they're both fantastic. Mwah. Mwah. Thanks a lot. Look, it's good to have two watches anyway.
It is indeed. London and New York. Right, shall we eat? Because I'm famished.
What, I might have Candice.
No, she's only waiting so she can make an entrance.
I think it's great she makes the best of herself, even when it's not Warren's party.
Yeah, that'd be her. She'd have to pull the stops out to compete with you two, though. Come on, then.
Hello, sweetheart.
Mum.
I've come to wish you happy birthday. I've come to see Jamie. Happy birthday, darling.
Mum, you should have phoned.
It was a spur-of-the-moment thing. I was just thinking about you, and I thought, why not? So I jumped on a train, and here I am.
Yeah, well, why don't you jump on another one, and go back to Birmingham?
Look, I haven't come for a fight, Danny. I just want to see my boy on his birthday.
Hello, Carol. We was just about to start eating. Why don't you join us?
What? Are you nuts? No. She can clear off.
Danny, it's Jamie's day. I'm sure he wants his mum to be here, don't you?
Yeah.
Right, well, here, why don't you sit here? Warren, close the door.
Oh, that's Candice's seat.
Yeah, well, she's not here, is she? If she turns up, then we'll find another chair.
Well, I don't want to put you out.
Good. Well, if you don't want to do that, why
problem.
don't...
Just, take a seat. Hello, Carol. Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
Good job I made plenty. Jamie, pour your mum a drink.
Smells like she's had enough already.
Red or white, Carol?
Red, please. Happy birthday!
Oh, you're late.
Yeah, well, I had to get ready, didn't I?
Well, never mind. Danny, fetch another chair.
No, she can have mine.
Danny, just fetch another chair, please.
I'm Adam, by the way.
Carol, are you Jamie's friend?
Yeah. Well, he's a cousin as well. You are, aren't you? Well, my dad and Danny's dad are brothers. Cheers.
All right. Well, that's nice. And you're...
Warren. Jamie's brother.
Well, this is a lovely surprise. I was hoping you'd be in. I thought you might be out with Leanne somewhere.
Oh, no. Jamie'd much rather have a family meal than it just be the two of us.
So you keeping all right?
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Happy birthday.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Well, you didn't think I'd turn up empty-handed, did you?
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, blimey, what about that? Another one. Now you've got London, New York and Birmingham.
Is it all right?
Yeah, it's great. Thank you.
Well, great minds think alike, Carol. Me and Frankie got him watches and all.
Oh.
No, it's great. Look.
I'll take it back, Jamie.
No. You can never have too many watches anyway.
No, it's not a problem. I'll just take it back.
It's a lovely watch. You'll have no excuse for being late now, will you? Right.
That's it. I'm doing no more today.
Not lost, though. Dragged.
I'm looking forward to put my feet up and reading that grandson of mine some of them adventures of that rabbit.
Ah, well, you just go easy on that gruff farmer's voice. You nightmares last time.
Well, I'm just trying to make it more realistic. Whatever's that?
I know, looks like a poster.
Folk of no right putting posters up in other folks' windows.
I used to have nightmares about Bungle there. I've been once on the Teddy Bear's picnic, and Bungle had...
Look at that! Just look at that! I'll kill him!
Can I have some more? Thank you. This is very nice.
Thank you. Found a job yet, Carol?
No, not yet.
No, I didn't think so.
Oh, well, there's loads of openings in, like, beauty, hair, skincare, even for the more mature woman.
Kylie's a hairdresser.
Stylist.
My hair's the right state.
Oh, nothing in good condition, I wouldn't put right.
When I was younger, beer shampoo was all the rage. I'm still waiting for a vodka and tonic shampoo.
It's libel, that's what it is. Libel, slander, defamation of character, and a load of lies.
Oh, give over, it's just a bit of fun. And you gotta admit, he does look a bit like you.
He does not. He should be stuck in a cage in a carnival somewhere, skirting little kitties. Right, I'm off. I don't know what time I'll be back.
Well, where are you going?
To see my solicitor. I'm not taking this lying down, I say I'm not.
Well, not be in his office.
I know that. He'll be in golf clubhouse, staring into a scotch at the rocks. That Maddox will rue the day he ever crossed swords with me. Oh, yes.
That was great. No eating out of a microwave for once.
Oh, we'd love to come round for your dinner again.
Yeah, don't get used to all this though, mate. It's normally Pete's raw stuff out the cafe.
No, it's not.
Oh, it so is, Mum. If I want to know what we're having for tea, all I have to do is pop in the cafe and check out the specials board.
I must say I was surprised when Leanne told me you worked in a cafe, Frankie.
Yeah, well, it gets me out of the house.
Actually, I was a bit surprised when I saw the house. Thought you'd been something bigger.
Right, that's it.
Oh, sorry, I was only saying.
We downsized. Put all the money into the business, didn't we, Danny?
Yeah.
That reminds me, Candice, I'll have to pop in the salon next week.
Oh, well, I'm not working on Thursday, so...
Best book it on Thursday, then.
Sorry, babe. What's funny, though?
So how come you don't let her near your barnet anymore, then?
Well, it's the club, innit?
What, you have to run it past the club just to get your hair cut?
He has to run everything past the club. If he's training, needs a loo, he has to ask for permission. Jamie, you're so funny.
Yeah, I bet you wake up every Monday morning. Shall I wear me boxers or me white fronts? Oh, well, actually, he doesn't wear boxers or white fronts. It's usually like briefs or a thong.
Yeah. Does he wear your knickers, does he, like Bex does?
Mum? Mum, what's wrong?
I shouldn't have come. I'm sorry.
Mum, what is it?
You're a family. I don't belong here.
At last.
Danny, don't.
Don't what, love, eh? She's the one who's causing the scene. She's the one who's turning it around so it's all about her like she always does.
I came to see my son.
You came to make trouble, Carol. You know why, love? Because you are trouble. Always have been, always will be. You got that?
Dad, please leave her, will you?
Let's just eat. Be civilised.
Civilised? Do me a favour. What's the matter with a lot of you? Look at the state of her. She is a mess. How much you slung down your neck today, Carol? 4 or 5 bottles, love?
Shut up! Just shut up, will you? Have you any idea what it took for me to knock on that door knowing you'd probably open it, or her?
It can't have been easy.
Oh, don't you sit there pretending to be nice, like you were my friend. You're not my friend. You stole my husband, you bitch! You stole my family!
Right, that's it. You're out.
Out? I haven't even bloody started yet!
Started? You've only started, love. You've finished it all.
Dad, will you pack it in?
Sit down, Danny. You're upsetting Jamie.
Well, maybe he needs to be a bit upset, love, eh? Maybe he needs to see her for what she really is.
I'm his mother! That's who I really am!
Shut up, you crank. You're a drunk. Look at the state of you. What sort of a mother don't see a kid for 15 years? What sort of a mother just walks out the door?
You pushed me out. You and her. You both did.
Oh, I think we should go, Warren.
I never pushed you out.
I welcomed you into my house. My neighbour recommended her. Said she was a good babysitter. Oh, she might have been very good at reading my little Jamie stories. She was just rubbish at keeping her knickers on.
That is not Frankie's fault.
Well, it wasn't my fault. I thought I was happily married.
Happily married? Who'd be happy married to you?
It's Jamie's birthday.
I know. I gave birth to him.
Oh, can you just stop it, the lot of you? Call yourself his parents, you're pathetic.
Darling, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's him. Always trying to control me. Turning up at my house, ordering me to stay out of his life like I was some sort of criminal. I'm his mother.
Well, there you are then, Carol. Happy now, love, eh? Because you've upset everyone. Thank you very much. I want you out.
Oh, yes. Don't I know it? You want me out of his life. Well, you can't control everything, Danny, because he came looking for me. Remember? Me. He's had you and her for years, but you can't stand that, can you? Because he came looking for me.
Get out. Just get out.
Get your hands off me.
Get out! Get out. She does not come back in this house. You got it?
out there?
Well, she'll be in the gutter soon, won't she, where she belongs? Hey, don't let her in.
She could hurt herself.
Good. I hope she breaks her neck. I told you, didn't I? I warned you what she was like. I told you didn't know what you was getting into. This is all your fault, son. You just couldn't leave alone. You should never have contacted her.
You can't blame him. He wasn't one who invited her, was he?
What did she mean about you going round to her flat, eh?
Nothing. Just shove off back to Birmingham, you old lush.
Right, that's it. I'm taking her home.
No, you're not.
You're saying that it's my fault, but you won't let me do anything to put it right.
She arrived here all right on her own. She can get back on her own.
Would you do that to your own mother? Send her home on her own? Yeah, and you coming with me?
What now? No, sorry, I can't say I fancy it. She could get violent.
Oh, thanks a lot. Do you want me to come with you, Jem? No, I don't want to ruin everyone's night. She's my mother. I'll take care of her.
Oi, you ain't taking a van?
Why not?
Because it's full of stock. That's why. I'm not letting her loose in there. She could puke up all over the gaff.
No, she won't.
You are not taking the van.
God, you can be so childish sometimes, can't you? Come on, Jamie, I'll take you in my car.
Do what?
Why not? Seems to me I'm the only one who's not been to Birmingham recently.
Well, then call her a cab. Get her taken to the station.
Have you not got a decent bone in your body? Come on, Leanna, you coming? No, I'll stay here if it's all the same. You had to have a go, didn't you? You couldn't just let her come, stay for a bit, let it be nice for Jamie. No, not you. You have to have your say no matter who gets hurt.
Did you see that?
I reckon we should go to the pub. Yeah.
It's a cat. Brains as well as looks.
But I'm allergic to cats. I don't see why I am cast as the villain in all of this. I mean, what man wants to see his first wife turn up when he's with his second wife?
And he's bit on the side.
You're no help, are you?
Oh, come on, you've got to see the funny side. Carol mouthing off about you cheating on her with Frankie, and there's me sat in the corner.
Yeah, like butter wouldn't melt.
Did you really go to her flat?
Oh, of course I did. Well, you've seen what she's like, haven't you? Hey, I just didn't want her Jamie getting hurt.
Oh, aren't you the caring dad?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you don't want him getting hurt, but you're quite happy knocking off his girlfriend.
It's got nothing to do with us, Leanne. He ain't going to find out about that, is he?
No, he's not.
No.
That would do more than hurt him.
Yeah. Why is my life such a mess? I mean, how come other blokes have nice, uncomplicated lives?
Boring lives. Life's for living. Not mowing the lawn on a Sunday. I'm not complicated.
You're the biggest complication of all.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, they're going to be gone in a couple of hours.
At least.
You know the way Frankie's decorated down here? Does she carry the bad taste up to your bedroom?
He's dead.
She'd bring her homework round with her. Mrs. Baldwin this, Mrs. Baldwin that.
Mum.
What? It's the truth. She'd sit there on my sofa in my house, looking all innocent. And I worry, I think, blimey, I hope she don't bring her boyfriend round while we're out and then muck around while my little Jamie's asleep upstairs. And all the time she's waiting for my husband to take her home.
That was a long time ago.
No, it wasn't. It was yesterday. We're through. I thought we was happy. I loved him.
I'm so sorry, Carol. I never meant any of it to happen.
Oh, didn't you? You went after him. Danny would never have looked at you if you hadn't thrown yourself at him like a little whore.
That is it. You do not talk to Frankie like that. It's not her fault.
Sorry, darling. Sorry, Jamie. Don't hate me. Please don't hate me.
She's right. I'm as much to blame as he is.
I get why people want to get married now.
Oh, is that a proposal?
Well, it could be, yeah. It's like I get worried about you. You know, if you're late coming home, I get scared that something's happened to you, or if we have a row, it really gets me. I hate round with you.
Yeah, that's good. But we've not known each other very long.
Yeah, I know, but that's what makes it even better. I felt like this as soon as I met you. It was like a film.
Jason, I don't want to get married.
She says it's my fault because I chose to live with my dad.
That's rubbish. If anyone's to blame, it's me. She let me into her home and I slept with her husband. In her bed. I'd kill any woman that did that to me.
Why did you do it?
fell in love. Couldn't help myself. First time I sat with you, your dad drove me home. And he talked to me like I wasn't a teenager at all. I was a woman. I think I fell in love with him that first trip back. I used to read to you. I'd have you sat on my lap, and I'd be loving the fact that you were his son. I used to pretend that I was his wife, and that you were really my son.
I was. I should never have gone looking for her.
Yes, you should. She's a part of you, always will be. You can't choose your parents, Jamie.
I did. And it weren't just my dad I decided to live with.
Yeah, I know, babe, but that's not going to happen to us, is it?
Well, it might do, babe.
No, the reason she's like that is because she's his first wife. I'm not going to be your first wife.
Might you?
No, I'm going to be your only wife. See, there's a difference. Our marriage will last forever.
Right. Yeah, they must have gone out.
What, you got thrown out of the pub then, did you? Hey, well, I'm glad you're back, because Leanne went off getting bored, weren't you? I had to take her upstairs, let her have a go on your PlayStation.
Yeah, I was rubbish enough. Oh, I'm useless. I can't get the buttons quick enough.
Oh, no, it's terrible, isn't it? So, why don't we crack open another bottle, then, eh?
Nah, there's any lager in the fridge.
Oh, bundles, yeah, yeah. Candy, put a telly on for us, babe.
Yeah.
All right, darling?
Don't get smart, Danny. It doesn't suit you.
I wasn't getting smart, love. All I was saying... Where are you off to?
To the loo, if you must know.
Yeah, we'll be quick, because we've got to get over the road.
We've got ages.
Yeah. All right. You're going to have a go at me. And you didn't want to have a go at me in front of Jamie, and it's very commendable. But let me get a word in first, eh, love? I think there's something you have overlooked here, and that is, A, I did not invite that woman here. B, I didn't know she was coming, and C, if I had known, I'd have done anything, I promise anything to have stopped her. And I did not fill her with booze, she did that herself. I know, Frank, listen, I know I was married to her like 1,000,000 years ago, but that does not make me responsible for her actions. Certainly not that carry-on we witnessed yesterday, love.
Finished?
Yeah, obviously you haven't.
I haven't started.
No, because you want to know why I did go and see it and why I didn't tell you about it afterwards.
I already know that.
Yeah?
Yeah. You went to see her because Jamie mentioned how she was living on her own in this cosy little flat and you just couldn't resist her.
Oh, do me a favour.
Like you've never been able to resist it.
Oh, shut up, Frank. Are you serious? Have you seen the state of her? As if I'd still be interested, love. Do me a favour.
Oh, why not? She was breathing. That's all that matters to you.
Ha! Yeah, well, she must have got off me pretty quick, I can say. You saw her in here yesterday. You heard the stuff that she was saying. No, not even you believe that one yourself, Frank.
Well, why did you go and see her then, eh?
I'll tell you for why. To stop her taking Jamie away from his family. All right.
Well, that I can believe.
Well, that is nice of you.
Except why then didn't you tell me?
Oh.
Why, when you got back here, didn't you say one single word about having seen her?
Sorry, darling. Looks like we've got to leave it there.
You're talking about my mum, aren't you?
It's all right, Jamie. It doesn't concern you.
Or me, for that matter. Because like the sun has to rise and the cock crows in the morning, I have got to go and open a factory. Come on, son, we're off.
All right, you go and open up, but then you get yourself straight back here.
Frank, do it.
If you don't, I will be over there and we can continue this in front of an audience, all right?
So, this Carol just turns up for Jamie's birthday?
Yeah.
Nobody's expecting her.
Nobody. Well, they wouldn't have opened the door if they'd known it were her.
And then she gets totally bladdered. Has to be taken home because she can't stand up.
That's about it, yeah.
I tell you, they're worse than us, that family. I ought to stop you from getting involved with them. You're going to get a law.
Yeah.
Right, well, when you're in there, will you have a look and see if he's out for tea? I'll give you money later.
Yeah, listen, don't say out, will you?
About what?
About what I've just said. Because if Danny hears you yakking, then he's going to know it's come from me, innit?
Hey, I can keep a secret.
Right.
So did Baldwin take her home, then?
Oh, no. Frankie did that. Well, her and Jamie.
Funny carry on.
Yeah, I think Frankie thought it was the only way she was ever going to get rid of her.
So you were left alone with Baldwin, then?
Yeah? Whatever were.
Well, you must have said something about her.
Nah, he hates her.
Why? I thought he were the one that were to blame for that marriage ending.
Yeah, but I reckon she makes him feel guilty.
Baldwin? He's never felt guilty in his life. I tell you, he'll have some bird tucked away somewhere. More than one, probably.
See you later.
Yeah, ta-ra, love.
He said I could take him to court for malicious falsehood. I said, and would I win? He said, I've no idea. I said, no idea you're a solicitor. He said, that don't mean I know everything. I said, evidently not.
I think you should ignore Maddox's dad. He'll get fed up and give over.
Well, what if he doesn't? Eh? I mean, folk will think I've gone soft in thin if I don't react one way or t'other.
I think you're being sensible.
Oh, I'm going out and seeing if he's put up any more posters.
Oh, no, Dad.
Well, I can't just stop here doing now when my face might be plastered over every damn building in Weatherfield.
No, I'll go. You stop here and look after the shop and I'll go.
Why?
Well, because I'm quicker than you. I'll get round a bigger area.
Well, you'll tell me if you find any.
Of course I will.
So she's back, isn't she? Back in our lives, like you swore she never would be.
Oh, yes, I noticed that.
Oh, it's just a joke. One of my dad's rivals playing on him. You won't believe what these butchers are like.
Oh, playful, are they?
You know, oh, suck it, Mickey.
Yeah. Oh.
I've caused all this, haven't I? And now I don't know what to do about it.
Well, you can't do anything. If they want to fight, let them fight. Your dad's coming.
I should never have gone to see it, should I? I should have left it well alone.
Aye, what's all this then?
He's having his break.
Oh, right, like I've been doing. Only now it's over. So, why don't we get back inside and start earning our corn, shall we?
All right. See you later.
See you later.
Tell them I'm on my way, so whatever they're up to pack it in. What are you doing in about an hour?
Nothing, I'm just going to be at the flat.
Right. I might just drop him.
Four pork chops, please, and could you show them to me before you wrap them up?
I think we've a photograph of the pig somewhere. I could show you that if you like.
I'd just like to know what I'm getting. Oh, by the way, Ashley, you've missed one.
Missed one what?
Those posters you were tearing down, you've missed one just round the corner.
Posters you would... You told me you couldn't find any.
Well, thank you, Norris.
Only trying to help.
I just didn't want yourself getting upset. There were only 2 or 3 of them.
Plus, he says one more. Makes at least 4 if I believe what you're telling me. Oh, no, this can't go on. I say it can't go on. I'm being made a laughing stock of, and I'm not having it!
The struggle that went on within my breast was a fierce one. Should I stay and try to shield my poor mother from my father's savage temper, or should I look to my own future and leave? Events came to a head one stormy night when the clatter of the umbrella stand from the hallway, followed by a terrible oath, made Mother and I look at one another in alarm.
Excuse me?
This isn't it. Well, I don't know where it could have got to.
You were reading my... Well, it's something you shouldn't have been reading.
Oh, only by accident. I picked this up by mistake. I was looking for the, Well, I was looking for... Here it is. See, VAT notes for the small trader, Emily. Oh, this'll make you laugh.
This was in the drawer. You must have deliberately gone into that drawer and taken it out.
Just hang on a minute. Hello? Yeah, just come up, only be quiet. It's alright, it was no one.
What do you mean it wasn't anybody?
I mean, it's probably just kids that ring the bell sometimes when they go past.
All right, well, look, what I'm saying is, what am I going to do about my mum? I mean, do I keep on seeing her? And if I do I lie about it to Dad and Frankie? I suppose I've got to, haven't I? Otherwise they're just going to keep on arguing. Yan, you still there?
Yeah, listen, can I call you back? Because I've got to get ready for work.
Yeah, right. Well, look, you understand what I'm saying about all this, don't you?
Yeah, of course I do. I'll speak to you later, all right? See ya. Oh, I can't stand this.
What?
What do you think? I'm talking to Jamie. Were you standing next to me?
Yeah, but I thought you were brilliant.
All right. Oh, well, that's all right then. You just think this is one big game. You and Jamie on different sides of the net.
No.
Well, then, you know what that makes me?
What?
Makes me the ball, doesn't it? That you can pass backwards and forwards between you. Well, sorry. No, not having it.
Calm down.
No, I won't calm down. Anyway, what do you want? What are you doing here?
Well, just come round and see you, see how you are.
Yeah, well, now you know. I'm sick to death of this.
I've often had my time wasted.
Don't let what happened yesterday put you off. I didn't enjoy it any more than you know.
Yeah, I know, but that was nothing, was it?
No?
Compared to what would happen if Frankie found out about us.
What, do you want her to?
No.
No, and me neither. We're not stupid people, Leanne. We can handle this. Come on, smile. You've only got one life, mate. Got to make the most of it.
Nothing bad's gonna happen, is it?
No. I promise. Stick with me, babe. Nothing bad is going to happen.